Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is part 1 of our story. If you like this What If story and want to see part 2, let me know in the comments below. Before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Also, check the description for more great content and my playlist. This story was posted by Reygne on Wattpad. Now let's start. Third POV Ikki, so I have to fight 𝗏𝗏𝗏. 𝗏𝗏𝗏, great. I have to fight Ikki without any weapon. Live my life. Jew, at least both of you are weaponless. Stella hehe. Ikki, but it's strange, we still hadn't been called for the match. 𝗏𝗏𝗏, maybe there are some issues. Ikki maybe. Mike, everybody's sorry for the wait. I received a message from our principal and as you know 3 of 4 finalists aren't fighting with their true weapons since they were too dangerous. But since our 4 finalists always train together with those weapons, principal and you allowed them to use their swords. Yes, you heard me right. They can use their sword. Ikki/𝗏𝗏𝗏, let's go. Jew, finally. Crowd, oh, Stella, oh. Good for you, not for me. Ikki and 𝗏𝗏𝗏 enter the arena, both with their real sword. Mike, let's start the first semi-final. We have the unstoppable 𝗧𝗏𝗧𝗟𝗘 Izuku from 1A. Crowd, YH Mike, and we have the deadliest butterfly who ever lived, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Crowd, YE Mike, who of those 2 powerhouses will win and earn her place to the final? Let's see. Midnight, are both of you ready? 𝗏𝗏𝗏, I'm ready whenever you are, 𝗏𝗏𝗏. Ikki, I'm always ready, 𝗏𝗏𝗏. Mike, stay art. Both of them charged at each other, insect breathing, 3RD form, dance of the dragonfly, compound eye hexagon. A 6-strike attack with which the user aims to strike and inject their target with multiple doses of poison at the target's weak spots, sun breathing, 8th form, sunflower move. The user unleashes a single move attack with the point of the blade. The points of their blades collided, creating a tornado wide and a shockwave. The people in the crowd had to grip something to stay in place. Mike, what a first strike. So that's their full power. Aizawa, no it's not, only the points of their blades collided, it was not a full strike. They can go stronger and faster. Mike, did you hear that? They're not at full power. Ikki hehe, it feels so good. He said with a smile on his face, 𝗏𝗏𝗏, aha, it's so much better. She replied with a smile on her face too. They charged at each other again and collided their blades again and again. Ikki was on the defensive because 𝗏𝗏𝗏 is way faster than him. He could nothing but dodge her strikes. While he was countering her, she talked. 𝗏𝗏𝗏, what Ikki? Can't keep up. Ikki, I'm doing dodge perfectly, dodge fine. 𝗏𝗏𝗏, then let's speed up. Insect breathing, 4th form, dance of the centipede, 100-legged zigzag, an attack with which the user uses their full speed to run a zigzag pattern that confuses their opponent in order to create an opening for them to directly stab their opponent's neck and inject poison to kill them, with the stab's force and power being further enhanced by the momentum of their speed. Ikki, demon, I can't dodge this. Sun breathing, 11th form, fake rainbow. The user performs high-speed twists and rotations, thus creating afterimages used mostly to evade attacks. The afterimages work most effectively on enemies with good vision. Ikki reappeared behind 𝗏𝗏𝗏. Sun breathing, 3rd move, raging Sunday. The user unleashes 2 horizontal slashes to hit or defend from incoming attacks. Before the strike, 𝗏𝗏𝗏 managed to turn around and block it, but she was sent away, on the edge of the ring, with her hands slightly burnt. Ikki, what 𝗏𝗏𝗏? Can't keep cough. He didn't finish because he started to cough. BLD 𝗏𝗏𝗏 smirked, still recovering herself. 𝗏𝗏𝗏, oh Ikki can't deal with poison. How cute. Ikki, poison, but she didn't cut me, I didn't feel her cut me. He checked himself, searching for any cut, and he saw it. No, he saw them. His hands were cut everywhere, he couldn't believe it. How didn't he notice? He was sure that he dodged every of her strike, but his hands were saying otherwise. Ikki, ha cough ha, so even a cough, small cuts can do this, cough much of damage, breathe, I didn't even feel them, cough, I thought I dodged everything, cough, 𝗏𝗏𝗏, breathe, impressing isn't it? You dodged everything indeed. But only the ones you could see. Ikki widened his eyes in realization. So you were fast enough to strike 2 times at the same time. Cough, your amazing Shinobu. Cough. Hi, thank you, Ikki. It means a lot. Breathe. Don't you want to yield? Oh, but you think you're undamaged with those burnt hands? Do you think you can continue any longer? Hee, I can't. Right now it's a battle of endurance. I know, but cough, it's boring. Finish our match like this, don't you think? Breathe, I agree. It's quite sad for the public. Breathe. So let's end this. Ha! Ikki and Shinobu got in position. Sun breathing, first form, flash dance. Insect breathing, fourth form, dance of the centipede, 100-legged zigzag full. They dashed at each other at full speed. 𝐀𝐮𝐬𝐽𝐽 tried to put walls between them, but he was too slow to keep up. Their blades struck, an explosion was created, midnight flew away because of the shock, and the smoke reached the public at high speed. The stadium shivered like an earthquake just happened. 𝐬𝐿 and 𝐶𝐿A were a little worried. They always sparred with each other, but never to this extent. The smoke covered all the ring. The crowd couldn't see anything. Mike, what was that? Mike was too shocked to react. He has been commenting on the festival for years, but it's the first time a fight leaves him speechless. Aizawa wasn't any better. Midnight got up from the ground, still a little sore from the shock. She looked at the ring to see what happened to her students. The smoke started to fade away, letting Midnight and the crowd see the ring. They saw 2 people, facing their backs at each other, breathing heavily. They were still conscious. Midnight, no, not down. The match isn't over. Mike, the match isn't over. They're still standing. The crowd cheered for the 2 fighters. They cheered for this amazing spectacle. But Midnight was wrong. The match is over. One of the 2 fighters said in a low voice. You were amazing. Ikki, Shinobu, after those last words, fell unconscious on the ground. Midnight Kocho is unconscious. Tsuji win. Mike, and it's over. After this amazing fight, the winner is Tsuji. Ikki was barely unconscious, however, once he heard the sound of Shinobu falling, all his strength remaining, left his body, and fell unconscious too. Before any robots could get them, 𝐻𝐿 went to Shinobu and 𝐶𝐿A went to Ikki. They lifted them up and brought them to RG. Mike, we're going to take a break. Let them rest and rebuild the arena. Ikki POV. I woke up in a bed, in a white room. No, that's the infirmary. What happened? Oh yeah, I was fighting Shinobu and I collapsed. I open my eyes, and I immediately see the face of the girl I love the most in the world, sitting on a chair next to me. Ikki, hey 𝐶𝐿A, I said weakly. She stand up and hugged me, but I wished she didn't. Not that I don't like being hugged by her, but this time, my body screamed in pain. It seemed that the poison is still in my body. 𝐶𝐿A, it hurts. She let me go and looked at me with an angry cute pout. 𝐶𝐿A, you're really an idiot. I was so worried when you collapsed. Ikki, sorry 𝐶𝐿A. 𝐶𝐿A? You'll have to make it up. But smiled at her. Ikki, I promised. I looked next to me and I saw Shinobu, laying on a bed too, with 𝐻𝐿 next to her. Ikki, sup Shinobu, I wanted to say that your poison hurt like beach. Shinobu, and I wanted to say that your flames are hotter than you. Ikki, 𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵. She laughed and I did too. 𝐻𝐿, you were amazing Ikki. I'm sad that Shinobu lost, but you didn't steal your win. Shinobu, that's true. I was at my best and you beat me without your red blade or your selfless state or your see-through word. Ikki, thank you guys, but Shinobu, your technique was amazing. Being able to strike 2 times at the same time is incredible. If you manage to improve it, it could become a new form. Shinobu, thank you Ikki, I'll do my best. Ikki, what time is it? 𝐶𝐿A, we still didn't have our match with 𝐻𝐿. 𝐶𝐿A is having trouble with the ring that you destroyed. Shinobu and I chuckled. Mike, may our next fighters come to the ring. It seems like it's our turn. 𝐶𝐿A, indeed I'm going Ikki, she kissed me. Ikki, don't worry, I'll be watching you on the TV. Shinobu, same with us 𝐻𝐿. He smiled at her and left with 𝐶𝐿A. Ikki, honestly I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the final. I'm still feeling your poison running in my veins. Shinobu, same with me, even though RG healed me, My hands feel numb and it hurts too. I won't be able to participate for the third place. 𝐻𝐿, I see, so you're going to be fourth. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 indeed. Are you disappointing? I don't know. I guess I wanted to participate as long as possible. Don't worry, it's not because you can't fight anymore that you're weaker, you're still on the top 4 in the first year, never forget that. I know, thank you 𝐻𝐿, no prob. Third POV mic, for the last semifinal, we have the Crimson Princess from 1A and the incarnation of the calm itself, Tomioka. Midnight, are you both ready? They nod. Mic, start. Stella, come forth 𝐴𝐵𝐵𝐴. After her sword was in her hands, Stella was the first one to open the hostilities. Stella fireball. Her sword ignited with fire and multiple fireballs appeared around it. She did a swing with her sword and the ball were thrown to 𝗂. He unleashed his sword and get into position. Water breathing, 11th form, dead calm. The personal creation of the current water. The user ceases all body movements and enters a state of complete tranquility, deflecting, blocking, and cutting any incoming attacks with the imperceptible speed of his blade. He cut through the fireball like nothing. No one has seen his sword move. His technique was as its name, calm. Mike, Demon, I didn't even see him move. Stella, if I can't beat with distance, then I'ma go closer. She rushed at 𝗂 with her sword ignited with flames and struck. Water breathing, 4th form, striking tide. The user makes multiple consecutive slashes while twisting their body and sword in a flowing fashion to deliver multiple blows simultaneously. The first strike countered Stella's one and the second cut her left arm. It wasn't deep but it was still painful. Stella took a step back but 𝗂 speed up and jumped. Water breathing, 8th form, waterfall basin. The user cuts the target vertically in a flowing motion which is most effective when they are falling downward. His blade was on top of Stella. She quickly lifts her sword and blocks the form. Rising scorching sun. The user releases an arching slash attack upwards. Their blades collided, creating a huge explosion and white smoke. The crowd felt the wind coming from them. The smoke died. 𝗂 and Stella were still standing. They weren't tired since they didn't move at high speed like 𝐻𝐿 and 𝗏𝗏𝗏. 𝗂 was the first one to take the initiative. Water breathing, 7th form, drop dripple move. The user performs a fast and accurate stab, capable of reducing the impact of a moving target. He dashed at her at high speed, wanting to strike with the point of his blade. Stella defended herself. Blooming flame undulation. The user swings their blade in a circular motion that can defend them from all incoming attacks or decapitate multiple enemies at once. The offensive of 𝗂 was blocked by Stella. She quickly repositioned herself in order to land a strike at 𝗂. Blazing universe. The user swings their blade downwards in an arc. 𝗂 didn't manage to dodge completely and got injured in his torso. It burned more than it hurt. Stella's flames are really hot, almost as hot as her. She was still bleeding from her arm and the pain wasn't going away. 𝗂 stepped back and Stella didn't try to attack because of her arm. Both of them knew that they couldn't take this fight any longer and had to end it quickly. With the strength left, they changed their last attack. Stella Flame Tiger. The user unleashes a powerful series of sword slashes that seemingly takes the form of a rampaging tiger engulfed in flames that charge toward the enemy at blinding speeds. Water breathing, 10th form, constant flux. The user performs a continuous flowing attack which seemingly takes the form of a water dragon that increases in strength and power with each rotation due to momentum. The water dragon against the fire tiger. Once again 𝐒𝐮𝐿 couldn't keep up with the speed and didn't put any walls. Both elemental animals hit with each other, creating the biggest explosion of all the festival. The shock created a huge shockwave, destroying once again the arena. The arena shivered again but this time, destroying the top of it. The glass of the commentating room shattered, and the public fell from their seat. The white smoke covered everything once again but sooner than the last one. And what the crowd and Midnight saw was surprising. Midnight, both of the contestants are unconscious and out of bounds. It's a draw. RG office 𝐻𝐿, holy dash, 𝗏𝗏𝗏. In the arena the robots brought 𝗂 and Stella to RG. Mike, we're going to take a break. Again. Aizawa, DMN problem children. 𝐬𝐿 and 𝗧𝗟 started to wake up. 𝗧𝗟, where am I? 𝐬𝐮, in RG office? 𝐬𝐿, I am in pain. 𝗏𝗏𝐵, weak. 𝐬𝐮, those if you. 𝗧𝗟, and you just woke up? 𝐬𝐿, oi. 𝐬𝐮, anyway, how are you feeling? 𝐬𝐿/𝗧𝗟, like 𝗏𝗏𝐵, I'm glad to see that we're all feeling that way. 𝐬𝐮. The door opened, and Aizawa entered with 𝗏𝗟 on his shoulder and RG, how are feeling? Like Aizawa, that's a problem. 𝐬𝐮, 𝗏𝗟, Vermilion and Tomioka, both of you fall unconscious at the same time, so it's a draw, but now we only have 𝐬𝐮 in the final, which is a problem. 𝐬𝐿, then give the win to 𝐬𝐮. 𝐬𝐮, ha, 𝗧𝗟, I agree, I can't fight anymore. 𝐬𝐿 neither. He's the only one who wins his place in the final, so he deserves the win. 𝗏𝗏𝐵, I agree. 𝗏𝗟, I see, if all the parties are okay then I'm too. 𝐬𝐮, what do you think? 𝐬𝐮, well, if they don't have any problems with it then me neither. 𝗏𝗟, perfect now for the second and third place. 𝐬𝐮, you should give the silver medal to 𝐬𝐿 and 𝗧𝗟 and the bronze to 𝗏𝗏𝐵. Like you said, it was a draw, so they both deserve it. 𝗏𝗟, what do you say? I'm okay with it. 𝗏𝗟, perfect. The ceremony will start in 30 minutes. With that, they left. The ceremony started. 𝐬𝐮 was in the first place, 𝐬𝐿 and 𝗧𝗟 were second, and 𝗏𝗏𝐵 was third. Midnight, now to deliver the medals. All Might, I am here. Midnight, I didn't finish. Ha. Sorry. He grabbed the bronze medal and went towards 𝗏𝗏𝐵. She glared at him. She outstretched her hand before All Might could approach her. Congratulations, young Kocho, for being third. He then grabbed the silver medal and went towards 𝗧𝗟. She did as 𝗏𝗏𝐵 did. Then 𝐬𝐿, same as before. He grabbed the gold one and went towards 𝐬𝐮. Young Yatsujikuni, congratulations on winning this year's sports festival. 𝐬𝐮 grabbed his medals and waved at the crowd. Midnight, now could we have some words from the winner? She handed the mic to 𝐬𝐮. 𝐬𝐿, how the turntables? 𝗏𝗏𝐵/𝗧𝗟. If 𝐬𝐮 grabbed the mic and talked. 𝐬𝐮, everybody wants to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know. Crowd, oh. The crowd cheered louder than before. They were clapping for 𝐬𝐮. He was truly the strongest in first year. 𝐬𝐮 POV, it's Sunday and I'm currently laying on the couch alone. 𝗧𝗟 went out with Yuki to buy some girl stuff and I'm bored. I want to do something, but at the same, I'm too lazy to do SHT. As I was talking to myself, my phone rang and it was 𝐬𝐿, so I picked up. Call 𝐬𝐮, sup beach. I need you. I got up and sat on the couch. 𝐬𝐮, what did you do? Are you in trouble? Did you kill someone? If yes, did you hide the body? If you didn't, I can burn it. I can also hide you from the cops. Don't worry bro, they'll never find you or the body. 𝐬𝐿, okay, first of all, no, I didn't kill anyone, but I appreciate your will. I lay down. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. So what do you need? 𝐬𝐿, well, I was on a date with 𝗏𝗏𝐵. We were having fun. At a moment she had to use the bathroom, so I was left alone and a group of girls recognized me from the festival and tried to hit on me. I told her I had a girlfriend, but they said she was surely less pretty than her. It was at this moment that 𝗏𝗏𝐵 came back and gave the girls a scary smile. They left, and since then 𝗏𝗏𝐵 is mad at me even though I didn't do anything. 𝐬𝐮, girls can be a pain in the butt sometimes. 𝐬𝐿, DMN right. 𝐬𝐮, so you need help for? 𝗬𝐿, make it up to her. 𝐬𝐮, I see. Well, it depends on the girl, but when 𝗧𝗟's mad at me, I cook her dinner for 5, and after she's happy. 𝐬𝐿, so I have to cook her something. 𝐬𝐮, well, it doesn't have to be cooking, just do something to make her happy and you good. 𝗬𝐿, I see, thank you. 𝐬𝐮, no probs. 𝗬𝐿, also, were you serious about me killing someone and you burning the body? 𝐬𝐮, 𝗬𝐿, I knew it. I was sure I choose wisely. 𝐬𝐮, choose what? 𝗬𝐿, my best friend, 𝐬𝐮. 𝐬𝐮 started to cry comical tears. 𝐬𝐮, I fing love you bro. 𝗬𝐿, I love you too bro. We cried for 10 minutes and hung up at that moment. 𝗧𝗟 came back with Yuki wearing a white dress. 𝗧𝗟, 𝐬𝐮, did you cry? 𝐬𝐮, yeah, but it was for a good reason. 𝗧𝗟, which is? 𝐬𝐮, 𝗬𝐿 told me he loved me. What a real homie. 𝗧𝗟, okawe, Yuki, Dad, what do you think? She said as she spun on herself. I smiled and picked her up. You're appealing, princess. She smiled and hugged my neck. Stella, and here I thought I was your princess. She said with fake tears. I giggled. 𝐻𝐿𝐮𝐻𝐿, actually you're right, you're not my princess, not anymore. Stella. It seems that she was taken back by that. I put Yuki on the ground and went to Stella and put my hand on her cheek. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, you're my queen. And I gently kissed her. She was surprised but soon melted into it. We kissed for 1 minute before our lips separated. Stella. Baka. She said in a low, cute voice. Once again I smiled. I felt someone pick my leg. I looked and saw Yuki putting her arms up, waiting for me to pick her up. I did, and Stella and I kissed her cheeks. Yuki, hi mom, dad, it tickles. Stella, sorry not sorry, princess. Time skip. Next day, third POV. Izuku is in front of his class. Izuku, I wanted to say that you all did well at this year's festival. Now that it's finished, you all have to do internships. Before you ask, it means that for 1 week, you'll be working under heroes who wants you in their agencies. Here is the list. He used a remote and then the results appeared. 𝐻𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 Izuku, 4600 Tomioka Ju, 4530 Vermilion Stella, 4500 Kocho Shinobu, 4490 Todoroki Shoto, 900 Bakugo Katsumi, 868 Yagi Izumi, 800 Bakugo Katsuki, 750 Todoroki Shoko, 300. Izuku. Naturally the offers are more diversified, but this year, for students are dominating. He said with his shitty grin. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, let's go, I beat him. Ju, only 70 of difference. Stella, I did great. Shinobu, I'm last. Izuku, now before you choose you'll need. He stopped, creating a tense atmosphere. Hero name, the class cheered at that announcement. Izuku, ISCK at this so. Midnight, I'm the one in charge. Said Midnight, who just entered the room. Every guy was drooling at her sight but 𝐻𝐿𝐮, Ju, Kirishima, and Tokoyami. Midnight, your hero name will be your image, so you have to choose wisely. Everyone took turns to present their name. Some were really good, while others needed to think again. Midnight, Shoko, you're up. She got up to show her name. Shoko, the dual hero, Permafrost. 𝐻𝐿𝐮 nodded his head in agreement. She was a little happy. Midnight, I can feel the heat and the cold from it. I like it. Katsumi. Katsumi, the explosion hero, C4, she looked at 𝐻𝐿𝐮 to see his reaction, but he was talking to Stella. Midnight, what an explosive name. Vermilion. Stella, the flame Hashira, Hestia. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, Ju, and Shinobu smiled at her and all thought the same thing. Hashira. Midnight, what a godlike name. I love it. Shinobu, the insect Hashira, Psyche. Midnight, it's appealing. Tomioka. Ju, the water Hashira, Mizuchi. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, clean name bro, I know bro. Midnight, I'm wet from the name. Perfect. Tsujikuni. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, I'm the sun Hashira, Teo. Midnight, I can feel the sunrise. I approve. Mina, guys, why do you all have Hashira in your name? 𝐻𝐿𝐮, we want to create our own group of heroes when we graduate. Shinobu, like Midnight said, our name will be our image, that way people will immediately associate us with each other. Ju, what she said. Mina, I see. Izuku, now that it's over, I'm gonna hand you the papers where the names of the heroes who want you are on it. You have 1 day to choose. Class is over. He and Midnight walked off. The students went to talk with their friends. Ju, hey 𝐻𝐿𝐮, do you know where you want to go? 𝐻𝐿𝐮, yeah, even though I don't think a hero can teach me something, I just need experience. Shinobu, I feel the same. Stella, so do I, but I think I'm gonna go with Ryukyu. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, oh, nice choice. Shinobu, yeah, she's a great hero. Stella, what about you, Ju? Ju, I'm going with Washington 𝐻𝐿𝐮, he's also in the top 10. Shinobu, okay, I chose, I'm going with 𝐻𝐿𝐮. Stella, another top 10. Ju, so 𝐻𝐿𝐮, where are you going? 𝐻𝐿𝐮 smiled. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, I'm going with my favorite hero. Stella, wait. Favorite? No way she send you an offer. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, she did. Shinobu, who are you talking about? 𝐻𝐿𝐮 showed them the name on the list and they widened their eyes. They looked at their own list but no. 𝐬𝐮𝐻 is the only one who received an offer from her. 𝐬𝐮, you're really the only one who received an offer from her. 𝗏𝗏𝐿, it's amazing, she always works alone because she doesn't like working with others. I know. And I feel really proud. 𝗧𝗟𝗘, of course you are, train station 𝐒𝐮𝐻. Even if you're not in school, you're still UA students, so behave or else. He glared at them. Yes, sensei. 𝐒𝐮𝐻, good, 𝐬𝐮𝐻. 𝗧𝗟𝗘, I'm going, my train is gonna leave soon. 𝗧𝗟𝗘, okay, take care and call me tonight. I will, love you, he kissed her and left. The ride was quite long since the location for his meeting with the pro hero was far away from UA. It wasn't an agency. Indeed, the hero he was about to intern was the first pro without an agency. Once he arrived in the city, he has to go to a gym to meet the hero. Once he was in front of it, he opened the door, only to be met by a power kick. He quickly blocked it with his own leg. 𝐬𝐮𝐻, pleasure to meet you too. Pro hero 𝗏𝗏𝐿. The rabbit hero. A tan-skinned woman with long white hair, with white rabbit ears. She was wearing her costume, a single piece of white clothes, allowing her to move freely. 𝗏𝗏𝐻, nice reflex you got there, kid. 𝐻, thanks. 𝗏𝗏𝐻, so who are you? 𝐬𝐮𝐻, 𝗧𝗜𝗍𝐿 Izuku, your intern. 𝗏𝗏𝐻, I said who are you? 𝐬𝐮𝐻, I'm 𝗧𝗏, I'm the son 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗟𝗘. She smirked. 𝗏𝗏𝐻, nice name, kid. 𝐬𝐮𝐻, thank you. I know I'm your first intern and that you hate to work with someone, so I'll do my best and make you proud about choosing me. 𝗏𝗏𝐻, I like your attitude, kid. I don't know SHT about swords, so we're just gonna hand-to-hand combat and patrol. 𝐬𝐮𝐻, with pleasure. 𝐬𝐮𝐻, POV, it's been 3 days since the start of my internship with 𝗏𝗏𝐻 and it went as I expected. Well, no. That's not what I expected. I thought we would do patrol or try to catch villains or thieves, but no, just spar. During these 3 days, we only spared. As for the lodging, since she's not working at any agency, I sleep at her apartment, but once I got there were cup noodles and takeaway food on the ground. I know that hero is a job that takes a lot of time, but at least clean up a little. I had to clean everything and even cooked since she can't. How the F is she independent? Right now she's throwing kicks at me. 𝗏𝗏𝐻, Luna fall. I saw her leg drop, trying to kick me from the sky. I quickly took a step back. Her strike destroyed the ground. I rushed at her and did a 360 kick midair. She blocked it with her forearm and immediately grabbed my leg and lifted me up in the air, trying to throw me to the ground. Before touching it, I managed to punch her head, sending her a few feet away. We were both on the ground, breathing heavily. We did fight for 2 hours straight. 𝗏𝗏𝐻, not bad, kid. It's been a while since I had a sparring partner. 𝐬𝐮𝐻, thank you 𝗏𝗏𝐻, but your kick really hurt. 𝗏𝗏𝐻, of course they do, now get up. 𝐬𝐮𝐻, we're sparring again. 𝗏𝗏𝐻, nope, we're gonna patrol. I immediately got up. Finally something interesting. She got up as well. 𝗏𝗏𝐻, grin. You still have some energy left, kid, that's good, now go get change. 𝐬𝐮𝐻, yes 𝗏𝗏𝐻. I quickly went to change into my hero costume. After that we left for a city named Hosu, I think. Isn't it where the hero killer did his last murder? 𝐬𝐮𝐻, 𝗏𝗏𝐻, we're not going to Hosu because you want to fight the hero killer, right? 𝗏𝗏𝐻, 𝐬𝐮𝐻. She grinned while looking at me. 𝐬𝐮𝐻, why am I not surprised? 𝗏𝗏𝐻, of course I'm going to fight him. I want to see how strong he is, and because someone has to stop him. I sighed. Of course. Typical of the rabbit warrior 𝗏𝗏𝐻. 𝗏𝗏𝐻, are you thinking of something rude? 𝐬𝐮𝐻, nope, DMN women's instinct. 𝗏𝗏𝐻, anyway, I give you permission to fight and use your quirk if SHTS got real. 𝐬𝐮𝐻, roger. We were patrolling at Hosu, and a lot of people were taking pictures with 𝗏𝗏𝐻. Behind me I smelled a familiar smell. 𝐻, sup Mizuchi, I said without turning back. He stood next to me, looking at 𝗏𝗏𝐻. 𝗏𝗏𝐻, sometimes I forgot about your nose. 𝐬𝐮𝐻, I get that a lot. 𝗏𝗏𝐻, so how is it working with 𝗏𝗏𝐻? 𝐬𝐮𝐻, we only spar. Today is our first patrol. What about you? 𝗏𝗏𝐻, we did some patrol but nothing big happened. Wash, Mizuchi, is this your friend? I looked at the pro hero Washington. 𝐬𝐮𝐻, hello Wash, a pleasure to meet you, and no, he's not my friend, he's my bro. Wash, I see, so who's the hero you're interning with? I pointed to 𝗏𝐻𝐻, who was still taking pictures. He seemed a bit surprised. Wash, it's the first time 𝗏𝐻𝐻 works with someone, you must be impressive. Well, you won the sports festival, so of course, you are. I smiled at him. After that, the people who were taking pictures with the rabbit noticed me and went towards me. Random 1-inch, hey, you're the winner of the sports festival, can we get a picture? 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, of course. They took pictures with me and 𝐬𝐿. After that, explosions could be heard. We quickly went to see what was happening and saw 3 𝐴𝐻𝐻 going rampage. There was also 𝐴𝐿𝐴 without Shoto or Shoko. Were they? 𝗏𝐻𝐻 and Wash jump into the battle. 𝐬𝐿 grabbed my arm, I looked at him and he had a shocked face. I looked at where he was looking and what I saw was troubling. A mass of green matter with arms and eyes everywhere. A more appropriate name would be a blob. 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, impossible. It's a demon. 𝐶𝐿. They should have died along with 𝐒𝐮𝐻𝐿. 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, I don't know, but it's a problem. They can't kill it. Endeavor tried to burn him, but the demon quickly regenerated. Endeavor, 𝐶𝐿. Of course, you can't scratch him. Only our 𝐂𝐮𝐿 blade can. I was going to fight the demon until I smelled something. 𝐵𝐿𝐷, I looked at where the scent was coming from. I focused on my hearing and heard the voices of Shoko and Izumi, along with Ida, Shoto. They're scared. They wouldn't. Of course they would. 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫. I have to go. The hero killer is going to kill someone. I leave you the demon. With that, I quickly left and went towards the source of the sound. Third POV stain, you're all fake. Izumi, Shoto, Shoko, Ida, and Native, a man wearing an Indian-like hero costume, were on the ground, injured, and unable to move. Shoto, DM it. Ida, I'm sorry, it's my fault. Izumi, we don't blame you, Ida, he's just too strong. Stain had enough and went to slash the nearest target on the ground, Izumi. Izumi, so that's how I die. I couldn't even earn his forgiveness. She closed her eyes waiting for Stain to end her, but as he tried to, his sword has been blocked by a blade. Stain took a few steps back and looked at the one who stopped him. Stain, who are you? 𝐾𝐮𝐿, the sun 𝗂𝐵. The students looked up and saw him, as bright as the sun. Izumi, 𝐶𝐮𝐿, what are you doing here? 𝐾𝐮𝐿, I'm saving your buttes. Don't get me wrong, I'm only here for Shoko and Shoto. Stain, why are you trying to save them? They're all fakes. 𝐾𝐮𝐿, I agree that some of them are fakes, but I can't let you kill them. He stated calmed. Stain, and why is that? 𝐾𝐮𝐿, that's what a hero should do. Stain grinned. Stain, seems like you're a true hero. I can let you leave alive, but I still have to kill them. 𝐾𝐮𝐿, sorry, no can do. Stain, so I have to kill you too. 𝐾𝐮𝐿, bold of you to assume that you can kill me. Everyone got shocked by his statement. Stain, you think you can win? 𝐾𝐮𝐿, I can't see myself losing in a sword fight. Stain, let's see about that. Few minutes before 𝐬𝐿 POV did he just leave like that? Leaving me against the first demon in centuries. Do I care? Not really, even if we don't know how the demon is here or if there is someone who can create them, I still have to slay him, right here, right now. I went to the demon, standing in front of him. Endeavor was busy, defending himself from a 𝐴𝐻𝐻. I unleashed my sword. The demon screamed, but I couldn't understand. If a demon doesn't have a proper mind, then he's weak. This should be easy. I sensed the ground shaking under me, so I jumped and arms came out of it, trying to grab me. 𝐬𝐿, whoa, you play dirty. I cut all the arms and landed on the ground. He's protecting his head, so I have to cut his arm first, then his head before he heals himself. I jump towards him. Water breathing, second form, water wheel, the user leaps and vertically spins forward in the air while releasing a flowing attack in a circular motion. I manage to cut the arms protecting his head, now quickly. First form, water surface slash. The user generates enough momentum to create a powerful single concentrated slash. His head fell from his body, and the body followed. Few as expected, it was easy. It seems that Endeavor, 𝗏𝐻𝐻, and Wash beat the 3 𝐴𝐻𝐻. They then ran where 𝐾𝐮𝐿 ran and I followed them. 𝐾𝐮𝐿 POV seems like the hero killer wants to kill me. Why is he angry at me? I was only honest with him. He threw one of his knives. I blocked it with the lower part of my blade. 𝐾𝐮𝐿, You'll have to do better than that. He dashed at me, blade in hand. I did the same and our blades collided. We exchanged several blows until I gained the upper hand. Stain, I get pushed back by a kid. Ikki, what happened, Stain? Didn't you say you were gonna kill me? I rushed at him, once again. No breathing techniques, no quirks, only pure skill. Sadly for him, he's no match for someone who has the BLD of the greatest swordsman in history running down my veins. I must say, he's doing good. I didn't think he would keep up for so long, but I must end this. Stain, how breathe, are you not tired? Who knows? But I have to end this. I dashed at him. He didn't have the time to react. Sun breathing, first form, dance. The user delivers a single high-powered vertical slash. I sliced his upper body, sending him to the wall behind him. He was unconscious. I wiped out the BLD on my blade. As soon as I did that, Mirko, Endeavor, Wash, Ju, and an old tiny man. Mirko, Teo, the F are you doing here? I pointed behind me at Stain. She widened her eyes and smirked at me. Mirko, you took him down without me, you sly bee. She patted my back aggressively. Endeavor went towards his kids and the old man smacked Izumi's head. Ju and I did a fist bump. Third POV unknown to them, they were being observed by someone. Interesting. Really interesting. The individual said in a demonic voice, before vanishing. Ikki POV after my fight with Stain, the news of me taking him down spread wild. Since I had got permission to fight Mirko, the police couldn't do SHT to me. I was getting praised and so did Mirko. With that and her stopping a Nomu, I'm sure she's gonna go up in the rankings. And the most satisfying is that Mirko said she was proud of having me as her intern and that she would love to have me for my work studies. Ju was getting praised too since he defeated the blob. We still don't know how he was there. We have to investigate this matter. The implication of the others in my fight with Stain wasn't made public since they could get into trouble. Mess. In summary, my internship started with a spar and ended with me beating the hero killer Stain. What a great week. In class 3rd POV Mina, Hagakure. How was your internship? It was boring. I only did paperwork. Mina, that's essays, but I did the same. What about you, Azui? Azui, I went on patrol and stopped some thief. Mina, that's awesome. I wish mine was this exciting. Azui, if we're talking about exciting, then what about those two? She said, pointing at Ikki and Ju. Mina immediately rushed at them. Mina, that's true. Both of you were with top 10 heroes. Tomioka fought that weird blob and Suzukuni arrested the hero killer. Toru, that's true. Suzukuni, what was he like? Was he strong? Ikki, he was weak as F. This statement surprised the whole class who was listening, more accurately Izumi, because even with better control over OFA, she couldn't do SHT against him. Momo, but he did kill a lot of pro heroes, he couldn't be as weak as you're saying. Ikki, you're wrong, Yorozu. I beat with only my sword skills. I only use my quirk once at the end to finish him, that's all. Ju, meanwhile I was with fighting a weird green blob, thank you for that. Ikki, no prob. I was being sarcastic. Then Stella punched Ikki on the head. Stella, still it was reckless of you to go alone. Shinobu patted Ikki's head like an older sister would do to her little brother. Shinobu, I don't think so. He got the permission of Mirko to fight and he saved a pro hero too. I think he did a great job. Ikki, thanks Shinobu. Shinobu, no problem Ototo. The bell rang and the students went back to their seats. All Might entered and told them to meet him at Field Gamma. The students are on Field Gamma. They have to race each other and rescue All Might. The first group is composed of Izumi, Katsumi, Ida, Siro, and Shinobu. They were already in place. Meanwhile, the class was talking about who'll win. Jiro, this group has everyone in the class with good mobility. Momo, perhaps Yagi is at disadvantage. Kirishima, who do you think will win? I think Siro's gonna win. Katsuki Katsumi'll be first. Okaho Kafo Chako, even if he's injured, I think Ida's gonna win. Azui nod. Stella, Shinobu got this in the bag. Denki, well she's fast but this isn't a plain field, I think someone who can slightly fly like Katsumi will win. You'll see. All Might's start. He pressed the button, signaling the start of the race. 𝐀𝐮𝐿 immediately took first, with Iida and Katsumi who were slightly behind. However, 𝐀𝐮𝐿 has been exceeded by Izumi, who was using her quirk without breaking her bones. The class was shocked to see her using it without breaking her bones. However, Stella, Ikki, and Ju didn't give a SHT because they knew the real contestant was about to appear. Izumi, I can win. If I stay at 5% I can win. I can show Oni, Tsujikuni I'm not useless. She was first, but her movements were sloppy, it wasn't gracious. That wasn't the case with the girl above her. Izumi looked up because of the shadow and saw something she thought was appealing. It was Shinobu, who was jumping from rooftop to rooftop. She wasn't making any useless movement. She was accurate yet gracious. The class was in awe at the view of her. They all thought the same thing. Is she a butterfly? Izumi lost her concentration and fell. The race ended with Shinobu being first and Izumi being last. Stella, what a show-off. Ikki, so true. It was appealing though. Ikki POV Aizawa, hello class. First of all, I hope you didn't cause any trouble for your agency. Right, Tsujikuni? He said, glaring at me. Ikki, well technically, I didn't cause trouble to 𝐴𝐻𝐼𝐿's agency because she doesn't have one, so I guess no. Aizawa was still glaring at me but soon stopped. Aizawa, anyway, congratulations for stopping Stain, and Ju congratulations for stopping the weird green SHT. Thanks, Aizawa. Well, it's almost time for summer vacation, but of course, it wouldn't make sense for you to rest for the whole month. The class got scarred. Denki, don't tell me. Aizawa, during summer vacation, we'll have a training camp in the woods. Class, I knew it, yes. Mina fist in the air, let's test our courage. Azui fireworks. Iida curry, Momo, if we're out in nature, we'll have to work under different conditions. Tokoyami arms crossed, no matter the environment we must choose wisely. Interesting. Hagakure, eating and sleeping with everyone. Ju, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. Aizawa eyes glowing red, however. Those who do not pass the final exam before that will be in summer school hell. Kirishima, guys, let's do our best. Katsuki/Katsumi, this is dim and stupid. Shinobu, girls, do your best. Meanwhile, somewhere else. 1-inch, so you're saying the kid used a breathing technique to defeat Stain. 2-inch, I'm sure of it. 3-inch, aha, so this guy didn't finish his job. 1-inch seems so. 1-inch, what does the kid look like? 2-inch, he had long red hair tied in a ponytail, with a red haori, a mark on his forehead, and Hanafuda earrings. They widen their eyes. 1-inch like the one in our memories. 2-inch the same. 3-inch, this is a big problem. 1-inch indeed, it's a big threat for us. 2-inch, we should send someone to kill him and the others. 3-inch, we could use the hand child. 1-inch maybe along with others. Aizawa, there is only 1 week until the final exam. You're all studying properly, right? I'm sure you already know, but it won't just be a written exam. Make sure to train your bodies and your minds at the same time. That's all. And he left the class. Number means the ranking of their midterms. Mina 19-inch, I haven't studied at all. She said with a careless tone. Denki 20 with the sports festival and the internships, I didn't study at all. He was panicked. Tokoyami 14-inch, it's true we had one event after another, but. Shinobu 4-inch Kaminari, Ashido, let's do our best. We all want to go to the training camp together, right? Stella too, yes. I'm sure we'll all go together. Ju 3, it's pretty hard to fail if you just pay attention in class. Kaminari on the ground, holding his chest, be careful with your words. Mina, Tsujikuni. You're first at the midterms. Help us please. Ikki 1. I don't care, but it depends on Stella. Mina, why? Ikki, we live together. Mina, how come I didn't know that? Ikki, you never asked. Mina, anyway, Vermilion, can we come to your house so that he can help us with the written part and the physical part? Stella, sure, I don't mind. Shinobu and Ju were coming over anyway. Kaminari, can I come too? Then the whole class asked the same thing, even Momo since she wanted to train for the practical exam. Shoto/Shoko, Ikki, can we come too? Ikki, sure. Izumi, can I come too? Ikki, PFF, no. She looked down and went back. The class was eating in the cafeteria. Ikki was eating with his friends, and 𝗧𝗟𝗧 was eating his meat. The meat from his plate. What did you think, you degenerate? 𝗧𝗟𝗧, the practical exam. It's kinda scary since we do not know what we'll be doing. 𝗬, I don't think it will be anything crazy. Ikki, the written exam will come from what we study in class, so it should be easy. Shinobu, easy for the one who's as intelligent as Nizu. Ikki, what can I say? I'm a 𝐻𝐻 genius. 𝗬, we're all in the top 4 in class, so it should be easy. I think we'll also pass the practical easily. 𝗧𝗟𝗧, of course, we're considered the strongest in first year. Shinobu, true. Ikki heard someone approaching him with ill intent. Without looking back, he grabbed the elbow of the one who was trying to hit him. Monoma, oh sorry, your head is so big dash. He didn't finish his sentence because Ikki applied more pressure on his elbow, making him let go of his lunch and fall to the ground. 𝗬, serves him right. Shinobu, true. Monoma got up. Monoma, I heard you stopped the hero killer, so what? Do you think you're almighty? Ikki, I mean I stopped someone that the pros couldn't, so I guess I'm feeling a little proud. If you want an autograph, I don't mind. Monoma, WhatIf, bam, a ginger girl hit him with a big fist, knocking him out cold. 𝗧𝗟𝗧, sorry about him. My name is Kendo 𝗧𝗟𝗧, a pleasure to meet you. Ikki, 𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫. 𝗧𝗟𝗧, Kocho Shinobu, Tomioka 𝗬. 𝗧𝗟𝗧, you guys were talking about the practical exam, right? It seems it's gonna be a fight against robots like the entrance exam. 𝗧𝗟𝗧, really? How do you know? 𝗧𝗟𝗧, an upperclassman told me. Ikki, kinda disappointed, not gonna lie. 𝗬, I wanted some challenge. Mina, phew, apparently it's just some robots. Kaminari, it's gonna be easy. Sadly for them, Aizawa was listening to them outside of the classroom. During the week, the class minus the Bakugos and Izumi went to Ikki's house to train and studied. They were surprised to see such a appealing house but rapidly shrugged it off. Yuki was in her cat form because she didn't want to deal with them. Time skip day of practical exam, the class is in front of the teachers. Mina, why are the teachers here? Nizu popped out of Aizawa's scarf. Nizu, because your practical exam changed, I know you discovered it was robots, so I decided to change it, so instead you'll be fighting us, the UA staff. Class, Kaminari, I'm not ready for this. Mina, me neither. Aizawa, anyway, here's the match. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 vs Tomioka and Kirishima Power Loader vs Katsumi and Ida Ectoplasm vs Azui and Tokoyami. Aizawa vs Shoto and Yorozu vs Shoko and Uraraka. Nizu vs Kaminari and Ashido. Mike vs Jiro and 𝗏𝗏𝗏 vs Katsuki and Hagakure. Midnight vs 𝗏𝗏 and Kocho. Ikki, Fuck. 𝗧𝗟𝗧, Ikki, my name is not here, and so do Izumi, so that means I have to team up with her, and the only teacher left is All Might me. Ikki, it's gonna be a long day. 𝗬 put his hand on Ikki's shoulder. Aizawa, now the first match will start. Tomioka and Kirishima, go. The others come with me. Ikki, do your best, bro. Shinobu, win this. 𝗧𝗟𝗧, good luck. 𝗬, thanks. With that, they left and the practical exam was about to start. 𝗬 POV, I am in front of the fake city where I have to fight 𝗏𝗏𝗏 with Kirishima. He's not weak, but we hardly ever talk to each other, so obviously, we don't have any teamwork. Nizu talked through the speaker. Nizu, the exam starts now. Kirishima, let's go Tomio bro. He rushed into the city. Wait, are we really doing this without any strategy? It's gonna be troublesome. I entered the city, following Kirishima. However, we soon encounter the hero. 𝗏𝗏𝗏, so you really took the front. He put his hand on the ground and created cement walls. Kirishima hardened himself and started to break the walls. I was behind him. I didn't unleash my blade, I was just looking, analyzing the situation. Kirishima, then this is endless. Tomio bro, a little help here. Control room Ikki, so that's how it is. Nizu, oh, you already found out. 𝐻𝐻𝐿, if you look closely it's in plain sight. 𝗧𝗟𝗧, 𝐻𝐻𝐿, what are you talking about? 𝐻𝐻𝐿, look back to 𝗬, he asked me. He was clearly tired, but the cement wasn't slowing down. So that's it. I rushed at 𝗂𝐮𝐻, grabbed him by the collar, and pulled him back and hide. 𝐮𝐿𝐱 failed to lock him under his cement. 𝗂𝐮𝐻, bro, breathe, thank you, but you could have helped earlier. 𝗂𝐮𝐻, we're not in the best position. 𝗂𝐮𝐻, ignoring my statement, I see, but what do you mean? We got paired with the worst opponent. 𝗂𝐮𝐻, what do you mean? Both of us are close-range fighters. 𝗮𝐿𝐱 is a long-range fighter. With his quirk, he can totally stay away from us. And his quirk doesn't affect his stamina, so he can fight endlessly. Meanwhile, you're already tired. See, our shinobu, 𝐻𝐻𝐿, it seems that this exam is a lot harder than we thought. Denki, can someone explain? I don't understand. 𝗧𝗟𝗧, this exam is made so that the students will have to fight a teacher who has the advantage against us. Even with the weights. Momo, Principal Nizu, is this true? She asked in a worried tone. Who can blame her? She can't trust herself or her abilities. Such a waste, she has one of the best quirks, and yet she has no imagination. Nizu, it's true. The class minus our protagonists got worried. Can they win? Back to 𝗂𝗂𝐂𝐮𝐻, Dimin. Like you said. 𝗂𝗂𝐂𝐮𝐻, so what do we do? First of all, we can't rush like idiots. We have to play it smart. I have a plan. 𝗂𝗂𝐂𝐮𝐻, I see, let's do that. I left the hideout, while 𝗂𝗂𝐂𝐮𝐻 went the opposite way. Once I was in the main street, I saw 𝗮𝐿𝐱, with his hand on the ground. 𝗮𝐿𝐱, you never learn. He used his quirk and sent a big butt cement wall. Water breathing, 7th form, drop ripple move, the user performs a fast and accurate stab, capable of reducing the impact of a moving target. The wall shattered into pieces. Since the wall was really big, the pieces were big too. I used the remaining piece in the air to jump toward him. Since it's not stable, I have the perfect technique for that. Water breathing, 9th form, splashing water flow, the user changes their footwork in a way that minimizes the landing time and surface needed when landing, allowing the user to move without limits. Ideal when fighting in a place with no solid foothold. I moved in a fast and circular motion towards him. He was shocked that I was moving this way. As soon as I was close, I used another form. Water breathing, 8th form, waterfall basin. The user cuts the target vertically in a flowing motion, which is most effective when they are falling downward. To my surprise, he managed to dodge a bit of the strike. But I still cut him in the chest. He backed away quickly, one knee on the ground holding his chest. 𝗮𝐿𝐱, that was amazing, Tomioka, but now what are you going to do? He placed both of his hands on the ground. Jimmy. Nothing but him. He didn't understand at first, but then fall unconscious due to the fact that 𝗂𝐮𝐻 punched him real hard at the back of his head. He was out cold. Nizu, Team 𝗂𝐮𝐻 and Tomioka passed. 𝗂𝐮𝐻, bro, that was amazing. Great job, 𝗂𝐮𝐻. See, our shinobu, that was a simple yet great plan. Flashback. 𝗂𝐻𝐻, listen, I'm going to face him. Meanwhile, you sneak behind him, and once I manage to hit him, you finish with a powerful blow. Understood? 𝗂𝐻𝐻, it's simple, but do you think you can manage that? I'm sure of it. The only ones I'm allowed to lose are the other pillars. I'll be fine. 𝗂𝐻𝐻, okay, I trust you, bro. And Uraraka, Tomioka came up with a plan real quick. He's incredible. 𝐻𝐻𝐿, of course he is. Nizu, even though it was a simple plan, it was still great. 𝗧𝗟𝗧, a great man once said, simple is best. Nizu, oh, who was that man? 𝗧𝗟𝗧, Tanji Washijo, 𝐻𝐻𝐿, 𝗧𝗟𝗧. You watch too much Haikyuu. 𝗧𝗟𝗧, I don't care. Nizu, anyway, the next match is about to start. Ida Tenya and Bakugo Katsumi, please proceed to ground. Izumi, good luck Kaken. Katsumi looked at 𝐻𝐻𝐿, who was talking with 𝗧𝗟𝗧. She looked down and left, followed by Ida. Katsumi POV. Katsumi, god damn it. I can't do anything. Each time I tried to cross the field, I fell into a hole, and if I try to fly above, I'm being smashed by that pro. And Sonic is useless too. It's so frustrating. Ida, Katsumi, we have to work together in dash. Katsumi, shut up, Sonic. I don't need help. 𝐶𝐮𝐬𝐴, that's pathetic. 𝐒𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, congrats man, you too. Kirishima, thanks. Kirishima, thank you bro. Katsuki, who are you calling pathetic? Your sister. Katsuki, you little dash. Shoto, Katsuki, he's right. She didn't understand the meaning of this exam even though she saw the first match. Azui, she should work with Ida-chan Karo, Nizu-sai. Let's hope she does. Back to Katsumi, I just got hit by that DMN metal claw. My body is bruised everywhere, it hurts, I want it to stop. But I can't lose. If I win I can show him I did it again. I thought of him as an object. That why he doesn't forgive you. In fact, it doesn't matter if he doesn't forgive him, but I still want to do a proper apology, but right now I need to win this. Katsumi, Sonic. Katsumi, I need your help. 𝐶𝐮𝐬𝐴. Stella. Shinobu. Ju. Nizu. Katsuki. Izumi. The class. 𝐒𝐮𝐻, am I trippin' right now? Stella, if you're then I'm too. Back to Katsumi. Ida. W. Katsumi, like I said I need your help. Ida, okay. Katsumi, great. Actually, I have a plan. I grab the collar of Sonic and blast him towards the gate. Ida, power loader couldn't do anything since Ida was too high and too fast. He passed the gate. Nizu, Team Ida and Bakugo passed. Katsumi, phew. Third POV. Katsumi and Ida entered the room and were being congrats by the students, however one voice surprised her. 𝐒𝐮𝐻, Katsumi, he said without looking at her. She looked at him with a slight hope in her eyes. 𝐒𝐮𝐻, you did well. A single tear left her eye. She smiled. Katsumi, thank you. Nizu, now please Shoko Todoroki and Achiko Uraraka may go to the ground. Both of them went to their designed area. Shoto, I wonder how this will turn. Jiro, they're strong so they should be fine. Tokoyami, I don't know, 13 shouldn't be underestimated. And he was right, right now 13 is skinning the living SHT out of Shoko and Uraraka. They're holding a metal rod with all their life. Uraraka DMN it. What would he do in this situation? Uraraka was freaking out. Meanwhile, Shoko was chilling. She was being SEC like Uraraka, but she was as calm as the SEC life of the Pope. She looked at Uraraka and asked, Shoko, you're thinking of what would do Ida right. Do you love him? She put her hand on her face, trying to hide her blush. Since she let go of the rod, she was being SEC'd by. However, once she was close, she did some weird SHT hand-to-hand movement and cuffed Nizu, Shoko Todoroki and Achiko Uraraka past. Control room. Ida is a blushing mess even though they can't see him with his mask. Shinobu, era interesting. Ju, seriously, sang in the middle of an exam. Stella, and Uraraka's reaction, seriously. 𝐒𝐮𝐻, have they got no shame? Toru, I don't think you're in the position to say that. 𝐒𝐮𝐻, what do you mean? Mina, look at yourself. Both couples were in the back, hugging and stealing kisses here and there, uncaring about the attention they were getting. Ju, I don't see what you're talking about. Stella, me neither. Mina sigh, forget it. Denki, amen, I wish I had a girlfriend. Nizu, now Kaminari Denki and Ishido Mina are against me. 𝐒𝐮𝐻, you take my place. Try to entertain me you too, ha. And he left. Mina, you someone wants my place or not? No. Darling, no one. With that last note, the two students left for their match. 𝐒𝐮𝐻, Kaminari Denki and Ishido Mina failed. Nizu, ha. 𝐒𝐮𝐻 cut the mic. 𝐒𝐮𝐻, Ayo, I swear this pal got some problems. Shinobu, no, 𝐶𝐮𝐿, even I got sadistic sometimes, but I'm not laughing like a madman. Ju, no, but you guys' smiles are hella scary like you're enjoying it. Shinobu/𝐒𝐮𝐻, cause we are. They fist bumped. Ju, why do I even try? Stella, those two we're not real siblings, but we are real siblings. 𝐒𝐮𝐻, gasped Ju. Why are talking like we're not family? You're my bro. Ju, I'm not your bro pal. 𝐒𝐮𝐻, I'm not your pal bro. They looked at each other in the eyes, then at the girls at them, then all bursted into laughter. Ah, Jiro, I can't believe those 4 are the strongest in first year. Momo, me neither, Katsuki, Iki, haha anyway since 𝐻𝐿𝐴 isn't here yet, I'll announce the next match. 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 and 𝗧𝗟𝗏 are up. Stella, but I want to stay like this. Iki kissed her head. Iki, the quicker you finish the quicker you came back. Stella, okay 𝗬𝗏 let's go. 𝗬𝗏, right behind you. Stella POV so the area is a forest. I can't go swinging my sword whatever I want, and I'm against Mike. If I can't find him, this fight is already lost. Luckily, 𝗬𝗏 is here. Stella, 𝗬𝗏 do you have anything? She had her earlobes on the ground in order to find Mike. 𝗬𝗏, he's standing before the gate and dash, she widened her eyes. 𝗬𝗏, Vermilion cover your ears. I didn't understand until a wave of sound hit us. I quickly covered my ears but the damage was already done. I was feeling dizzy and weak on my feet. I somehow managed to hide behind a tree with 𝗬𝗏. The sound died, surely because Mike had to catch his breath. Stella, 𝗬𝗏 are you alright? 𝗬𝗏. Seems like she managed to cover her ears to lower the damage. Stella, do you have the distance between 𝗏 and the gate? 𝗬𝗏, yeah it's about 500 meters from here. That long? My flame tiger won't reach him from this distance. I have to be at least 150 meters away from the target. But 𝗬𝗏 can't run and scout the enemy at the same time. Stella, 𝗬𝗏 I'm gonna move, tell me if he sent another attack. She nodded and I began to run. However, I didn't even make 30 meters before another wave arrived. Tried. But I didn't have enough time so like the first time, I took a bit of his attack but this time, I wanted to vomit my lunch. This sensation is horrible. Stella, 𝗬𝗏 why didn't you warn me sooner? 𝗬𝗏, I did but somehow my voice didn't reach you. Her voice didn't reach me. I checked my ears and noticed some BLD, it was a little but it was still there. So that's why. The first wave damages my eardrums and now I can't hear a low voice. So I can't approach him. I won't be able to use the flame tiger or any other moves from my arsenal. Wait unless. I still have that move but it may be overkill. You know WhatIf it? He damaged my ears, he deserved it. I'll hold back still. Stella, 𝗬𝗏 come here. She complained and came towards my position after evading one of Present Mix's attacks. She's now hiding behind a tree next to me. Between us is the main path. Stella, 𝗬𝗏 I have a plan. I need you to tell me when he strikes. 𝗬𝗏. Stella, I just need you to tell me once he's about to attack. My strike will make some time to charge. 𝗬𝗏. So I left my hideout and stood on the main path. I then got into position, and once I did, fire started to surround me. Iki told me that my moves are somewhat the same as an old breath. He told me the name of the breath and the names of the forms. I guess I can copy that. I won't lose here. Flame breathing, esoteric art. A wave of flame escaped her body as she lowered her stance, with her blade next to her head. See, our shinobu, flame breathing 𝗧𝗏 now she's really the flame pillar. Iki, this form. For real. So what? Iki, 𝗬𝗏s are about to get real. Back to Stella 𝗬𝗏, what an amazing heat. It's the first time I'm trying this on someone other than Iki. I hope nothing bad will happen. Vermilion it's coming. 9th form, Rengoku. The user takes a high stance with their sword before dashing forward at high speeds. The technique is powerful enough to completely carve out the ground in its wake. I destroyed everything on my path. Mix's attack couldn't do 𝗧𝗏 on me. Once I was close I could hear him. Mike, what the F? Was the only he said before I hit him. The shock created a huge explosion. Once the smoke died, Mike was unconscious and hurt. Meanwhile, I wasn't hurt physically but I was tired as F. This form is really tiring. I fall on my butt, then I heard 𝗎𝐻𝗏 talk. 𝗎𝐻𝗏, Stella Vermilion and 𝗀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 passed. Phew that's good. See, Armina, wasn't that a little overkill? Katsumi, go say that to them. Iki let's go. Shinobu, that was awesome. Goddamn. Tokoyami, isn't that a little unfair? Iki/Shinobu, all fair and square in war. 𝗎𝐻𝗏, exactly. Class, better not interfere. 𝗎𝗍, On to the next match, Katsuki Bakugo and Toru Hagakure. Katsuki, I'm going to destroy him. 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 and 𝐂𝐮𝐿 versus Midnight. 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 POV were walking on the field, looking for Midnight or the gate with 𝐂𝐮𝐿. Since none of us have a sensor quirk, we're using the old method. 𝐂𝐮𝐿, it's been a while since it starts and still nothing. Shinobu, you should calm down 𝐂𝐮𝐿. 𝐂𝐮𝐿. His tone was not normal. I looked behind me and saw 𝐂𝐮𝐿 with his mask open and Midnight holding it. It seems that she made him sleep with her quirk, but how come I didn't smell or see her gas? I was a little far from 𝐂𝐮𝐿 and so from Midnight, so I didn't move. She then let 𝐂𝐮𝐿 fall to the ground. Midnight, seems like your friend couldn't handle my beauty, huh? Shinobu, did you hit your head too hard, Midnight Sensei? I mean, for saying out loud that you're a beauty, you must have some mental issues. Yeah, that must be the reason, I said, giving her a carefree smile, clearly mocking her, provocating her. And it seemed to work as I saw a tick mark appear on her forehead. See, oh dear. Icky, haha, go tell her, Shinobu. Stella, why did 𝐻𝐿𝐿 pair them together? Meanwhile with 𝐻𝐿𝐿. Haha, drama. He yelled while dropping the tea he was drinking everywhere. Back to Shinobu. Midnight, I think I'll have to teach you some manners, kid. Shinobu, if your teaching is as good as your style, then no thank you. Midnight, you little. She used her WHP, trying to capture me with it. I unleashed my blade and deflected the incoming weapon. Shinobu, I'm sorry, Midnight Sensei, but you don't have any chance to win. I'm stronger, faster, and have more technique than you, and your quirk is useless too. You should give up. Midnight, oh, so you noticed. It doesn't matter. I'll take a lot of pleasure at breaking that smile of yours, she said, giving me a sadistic look while liking her upper lip. I'm sure a lot of boys would be on their knees just from this sight. But I didn't care. Shinobu, I'd like to see you try, I said as I started spinning my blade around my hand, my fingers, my body. I wanted to drive her crazy. Do you want to play the 𝐬𝐿𝐿? We can both play this game. She once again used her WHP, but this time I let her catch me. Once the WHP was wrapped around my left wrist, she tried to pull me back, however. Total concentration. I boosted my force and pulled Midnight towards me. She couldn't do anything, so as soon as she was reached, I stabbed her in her left shoulder. This time my blade is not filled with poison but with a sleeping pill. She screamed in pain, letting her WHP go, and went unconscious. 𝐻𝐿𝐿, it's over. 𝐻𝐿𝐿 passed. 𝐂𝐮𝐿 failed. Oh, so both of the contestants have to do something in order to pass. Well, it doesn't matter. I went back to the control room and was congratulated by friends and my boyfriend/fiancé. 𝐻𝐿𝐿, Tsuchikuni and Yagi, you're the last ones. Icky, well, the faster I go, the faster I finish. Stella, I'm sure you're gonna win, Icky. She kissed him on the cheek, so sweet. Thank you, Stella, I'm going. With that he left, followed by Yagi. Shinobu, do you think they're gonna work together? No, Katsumi, they better do or they're gonna lose. Kirishima, yeah, they're fighting the #1 hero after all. Stella, I'm sure Icky can win alone. Shoto, he may be the strongest but he can't beat him alone. Even though he never fought seriously. Shoko, what do you mean? Shinobu, he meant that Icky never fought anyone seriously, the entrance exam, the battle training, the USJ, the sports festival. He never took any of it seriously. They widened their eyes. You're saying that he beat a thing meant to kill All Might without trying. Shinobu, exactly, it seems that they couldn't say anything anymore. Well, I can understand that. Momo, how much power was he using then? Even I don't know that. I looked at Stella, wanting her to answer. Stella, if I have to make an estimation, 30%. He's holding back this much. Stella, yeah. Even I am surprised. I knew he was holding back but not this much. The class is shocker than me though. As on clue to break their trance, the voices of Icky and Yagi could be heard. Izumi, listen, Onitsujikuni, we have to work together in order to beat my dad. Icky, don't stand in my way and we'll be good. Izumi, Tsujikuni. Icky, no, Izumi, let me tell you how this is gonna work. We dash Icky, you ain't gonna tell me. Izumi, listen dash, 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 my pp. Izumi, shut up listen to me dash, 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 my ppuf in beach? Izumi, listen dash. 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 my pp. Izumi, will be here dash 𝐀𝐮, you'll be here 𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 my pp. Izumi, listen to me now. 𝐀𝐮, go F yourself. Shinobu, ha, Ju, told you, Stella. Pff my pp he said haha. 𝐀𝐮 pov goddamn, she's so annoying, can't she shut the F up for once? 𝐀𝐮, can't believe you put that card on the table. Izumi, what are you talking about? 𝐀𝐮, really me you, fighting the living trash can? Seems like a big coincidence, don't you think so? She closed her mouth and looked down. 𝐀𝐮, that's what I thought. I was looking behind me, where she was until I heard something. This sound. I looked in front of me, grabbed my blade and planted on the ground. Izumi seemed surprised by my move. However, she understood once a big gust of wind hit us. I didn't wobble whereas Izumi was sent a few meters away. I found you heroes. I glared at him. If you want to defeat me you'll have to do better than that young Izumi young Tsugi. Kuni. He finally saw that I was perfectly fine. I put back my blade in its sheath and cracked my fingers. I don't want to fight him with my blade. I want to humiliate him in a hand-to-hand fight. He seemed surprised by my actions, however, Izumi used this opportunity and punched him in the face with OFA. All Might coughed some BLD but quickly regained his composure. Izumi tried another punch but was sent into the wall by a punch from But Might. He looked at me and rushed at me. I know that I can't beat him in my current state, however. Thanks to my training, I can do that. Total concentration, selfless state and transparent world. The transparent world is a special supernatural ability unique to and can only be accessed by a demon slayer that has awakened the demon slayer mark. The selfless state or the realm of the highest/domain of supremacy is a mysterious state of being associated with and is implied to be the zenith of physical combat. Everything went slower. I could see All Might's heart, BLD and veins. It was like he was in slow motion and I know what he's gonna do. Right now I feel nothing, no hate, no anger. I don't want to lose nor to win. I just have to beat him. He tried to punch me in the face with his right. I just moved my head slightly without moving my body and hit him in the guts hard. He stepped back. If you think I'm gonna slow down, you're wrong. I dashed at him and did a right hook at his face, followed by a left uppercut. He was in the air, I went under him, and thanks to transparent world, I can see his vertebral column and his vertebrates. I punched between the fifth and the sixth one, that way he would be paralyzed for at least 3 hours. He hit the ground, unable to move. 𝐻𝗧𝗍, what did you do? I can't move. 𝐀𝐮, I paralyzed you for at least 3 hours. I answered without any emotions. It seems that Izumi woke up the moment I finished him. Izumi, he be beat to dad alone. I couldn't do anything whereas I have OFA. Nizu, Tsujikuni and Yagi passed. Sigh, and here I thought it would be fun. I shouldn't have used that. 𝐀𝐮 POV our exam ended and Stella, Shinobu, Ju and I monopolized the top right now. We're waiting in front of the bus to go to the training camp. Luckily for me and Stella, Nizu is gonna take care of Yuki during the camp. Mina, man I'm so happy I can go even though I didn't pass. Denki, yeah I know. Ida, class come on and entered the bus. He yelled while doing some weird movement. We entered, Stella and I sat next to each other meanwhile Ju and Shinobu were behind them. During the trip, the class was chatting together, singing or whatever. Aizawa let them be because it was the only time they could relax. However, he noticed 4 students who weren't chatting, instead, they were sleeping. These students were 𝐀𝐮, Ju, Shinobu, and Stella. 𝐀𝐮 and Ju were sleeping with their arms crossed. Meanwhile, Stella and Shinobu had their head resting on their shoulder. Aizawa, at least, they understand that they have to rest. Good job, problem children. He thought with a little smirk behind his scarf. Soon the bus stopped at a cliff. Aizawa, all of you get out. He yelled, waking up the sleepers. All the students were now on top of a cliff. Kirishima, finally taking a break. He said while stretching. 𝐶𝐻𝗧𝗏, anyway does this even count as a rest area? Momo, where is Class B? Aizawa, there is no point stopping without a reason. Uraraka. Then the door of the car that was there opened. Yo Eraser. Aizawa, long time no see. Then two women that were in the car were wearing a cat cosplay and they did some weird dance with a kid next to them. Izumi began fangirling about them. Iki, wo cat cosplay that's momo kawaii desu. Shinobu, Stella, even at a time like this hi. Ju, you never miss one chance, do you? Iki, exactly. Aizawa, these are pro heroes who will be working with us during the camp. The PP cats. Insert Izumi fangirling plus Pixie Bob being desperate. Kaminari, she sounds desperate. Aizawa to greet them. Class, hello. Mandalay, you'll be staying there. She said, pointing at the center of the forest. Uraraka, then why did we stop here? Azui, could this be? No way. Zero. Why don't we get on the bus? Kaminari, yeah, let's do that. Mandalay, it's 9 a.m. right now, if you're fast. Maybe around noon. Kirishima, no way. Guys. Mina, let's get back. Kirishima, get back to the bus. Mandalay, kittens who don't make it by 12:30 won't get any food. As they were running, Pixie Bob appeared and used her quirk in order to throw the students out of the cliff. All the students dropped. Pixie, man, it's always funny, seeing all of your students falling down. Stella, what do you mean by all of his students? They looked back and saw Stella flying above the bus with fire wings. Meanwhile, standing on the top of the bus were me, Shinobu, and Ju. Ju, did you really think you would catch us off guard? Shinobu, you'll have to do better than that, Granny. Pixie, gr Granny. Aizawa, why am I not surprised that you guys are still here? Iki, because we're the best. Aizawa. Iki. Aizawa, anyway, since you dodged the trap, you can come with us. Iki, nah, I'm fine, I'll be there before you. Ju/Shinobu, same. With that, the three of us vanished and Stella flew toward the location at high speed. Mandalay, what was that? Aizawa, knowing them, they'll be there before us, let's go. Third POV. With that, they went into the car and drove toward the house. Meanwhile, the rest of the students were fighting a golem made out of stones. Soon Aizawa and the Pussycats arrived at the training house and were surprised by what they saw. They saw Shinobu and Iki dancing, while Stella and Ju were sitting and watching with a phone for the music. Aizawa, the F is going on. The pillars looked toward him. Stella, we were chilling on TikTok and Shinobu saw a dance she wanted to reproduce. Only Iki wanted to dance with her. Iki, and I'll do it again. Shinobu and he fist bumped. Aizawa, anyway, since you're here, you can do whatever you want until 12. I'm gonna sleep. Shinobu, let's continue Ototo. Ikire. The class finally arrived at the camp. They were bruised and exhausted. Kaminari, finally. He dropped to the ground like Mina. Ida, breathe, we did it. Kirishima, what do you mean 3 hours? Pixie, sorry, that's the time it would have taken us. Sorry, Katsumi, breathe, where are Tsuji-kuni and the others? Schling boom, they looked toward the sound and saw Iki and Ju sparring with each other with their blade. Iki's blade was on fire and Ju's blade was emitting water. Meanwhile, Stella and Shinobu were doing a 1 versus 1 bare fist. Aizawa, since they arrived early, they decided to train by fighting each other. Aizawa said. He walked toward the teens and called them. Aizawa, problem children, get your buttes here. The teens stopped fighting and went toward him. Ikigemen, you guys look like Issy, Shoto, Fu. Pixie, anyway, you guys are kinda impressive, especially those 4. She yelled, pointing at Iki and his crew. She went to them. Pixie, you guys arrived before us, it's amazing, plus the boys are hot, I'm calling dibs. She was about to jump on them until 2 swords were on her neck. Shinobu, I suggest you stop right there. Stella, we don't want things to get down right. Both of them were smiling, but it was scary. Pixie got the message and went next to Mandalay. Iki, anyway, whose kid is this? It's been a few hours since we're here and he didn't say a word. He said, pointing at the kid. Mandalay, he's not our son, he's my cousin. His name is Koda. Iki went toward the kid and offered his hand. Iki, sup kid. Kota tried to hit him in the ball, but Ikki grabbed his wrist and lifted him up in the air. Kota, Ikki, calm down, kid, he said with a stern tone that sent shivers down the spine of the kid. He let him go. Kota, tisk, he entered the house. Mandalay, sorry about him. Ikki, no prob. Mandalay then looked at the student, still exhausted. Mandalay, okay, you can go wash up and eat. The training will start tomorrow. With that, all the students went into the house, washed, ate, went to sleep. It's the morning. The students are wearing the UA training cloth and Izawa is giving their training program to each student. Izawa, now 𝐬𝐿 Ikki, I don't need it, I already what I have to do. Just don't bother me. Izawa, and it is. Ikki, I'm gonna create a new form. He walked into the forest, blade in hand. Me too. He also walked into the forest, but in another way. Izawa looked at Shinobu and Stella. Izawa, then you. Shinobu, I also want to create a new form. Stella, same. Izawa, then go. They went into the forest in different ways. Izawa, I hope they won't do anything reckless. During this day, the students trained their buttes off, but all day long, one could hear explosions coming from different parts of the forest. It's now nighttime. Izawa was a little worried since his 4 problem children weren't here for lunch and they're still not here. Mandalay, Izawa, should we go get them? Izawa, yeah, let's go. They began to walk but stopped once they saw the Ikki had the sleeves of his shirt burnt and was bruised all over his body while supporting Estella with smoke coming from her body. Ju was behind, completely soaked from the head to the feet while carrying Shinobu on his back. Izawa ran to them. Izawa, what happened? Ikki, breathe. I forced to breathe little. Shinobu, I can't feel my legs, she said in pain. Ju, I saw the breathe light. Stella was sleeping. Izawa, Mandalay, pick up Vermilion. Pixie Bob took Kocho. Tiger helped Tomioka. I'm gonna help Tsujikuni. The pro helped them to get into the house and the heroes in training immediately went to sleep. The Pussycat and Izawa were talking. Tiger, I wonder what type of training they did to come back in that state. Ragdoll, did you hear the explosions? They must be really powerful. Mandalay, Izawa, do you think they're gonna be okay? Izawa, yeah, they're pushing their limits and that's good for them. Mandalay, I see. Pixie, we should go to sleep, it's getting late. Tiger, you're right. With that, they went to sleep. Third POV, it was the morning, and our 4 problem children were still feeling a bit sore but were good in general. Meanwhile, the rest of the class was a real mess. They were dying on the table, eating their breakfast while their souls were leaving their bodies. Katsumi, my arms hurt like. Izumi, Tiger is a really rough trainer. Shoko, I don't understand how they're not tired, she said, pointing at the pillars. Shoko, I mean they came back really late and I heard they were barely conscious, but here they are talking and eating like nothing. Shoto, it's true. They're real monsters. Meanwhile, Shinobu, you're having soy milk with your morning coffee instead of cow's milk. Ikki, yeah, Shinobu, it's the first time I see someone doing that. Same. Stella, he had done that since he started coffee. Ju, how do you feel about it? Ikki, I'm questioning myself. Ju, what question? Ikki got up and went beside the window, and took a sip of his coffee while looking outside. Sip. Better than everyone. Shinobu. Ju. Stella. Ikki, I wonder sometimes. He sat back. Shinobu, so dramatic. I love it. Hell yeah. They high-fived. Stella, you two get along too well. Ju, I agree. Shinobu, Ju, I didn't know you were the jealous type. Do not worry, I only love you. She hugged his arm. Ikki, such a sight, but don't worry Stella, you're the only grown-up I love. He kissed her cheek. Stella, grown up. Ikki, I love Yuki too. Stella, oh right. Ikki, anyway we man should get going. Shinobu, indeed. They got up and started to live. That was until someone called them. Momo, guys, I wanted to ask, why are you wearing the gym clothes and your blades? The training doesn't start until 2 hours. The whole class looked at them. Ikki, oh, we're gonna train. Dengi-san. It's super early though. Shinobu, it doesn't matter. They walked off. Izawa entered at the same moment. 𝐻𝐮𝐬𝐴, and them you know what. Follow their example. The training starts now, go change. Class, oh. Time skipped 7 hours once again, they were on their own part of the forest, and once again explosions could be heard. The rest of the students were training like yesterday. Mina, Ao on the god they're not training they're dying. So true. Kirishima was on Instagram. Kirishima, bro the League of Villains is at the BTS concert. Kaminari, I told you we should have joined them. 𝐻𝐮𝐬𝐴, ignoring what you just said, go train now. Meanwhile with WhatIf, I fall on my knees again. I can't control the pressure of the water. How the F did my ancestor manage to create his own move? I was on my knees, blade in hand and breathing. I just can't do what I visualize. No, that's wrong, don't think like that. Maybe I got a memory that could help me. Flashback Shinobu, if you can't then you SEK. Ikki, people die when they're killed. Stella, if you die, die with your style. And a flashback that was useless. Even Sakura is more useful god DMN. Anyway, I got up. If I can't do that, I'm gonna lose to Ikki and Shinobu. I can't let that happen. With Stella Boom I was sent back flying against a tree. URG. It hurts like a... My arms are smoking. My body is hotter than my fiancé's. Did I forget that? Anyway, I feel like I'm so close yet so far away. I looked up and a big hole on the ground. At least the damages are here, but I know I can do so much more. I'm gonna break my limits. I'm gonna make you proud, Captain YMI. Okay, Ikki's right. Maybe I should slow down the animes for now. With Shinobu crack boom fuse slash, breathe, I stopped what I was doing and looked around me. All the trees were broken. My legs are shaking but it's worth it. I'm getting closer. A few more times and I'll be able to create a new form of insect breathing. And I'm sure I'm ahead of Ju, that's a plus. Tonight I'm gonna brag about it and annoy him. Hi can't wait. With Ikki boom bird sound huge scream I stopped my form. Left the transparent world and stopped my red Nichiren blade. If it worked. FIT worked. Let's goo. I knew I was a Fing genius but come on. It's just the second day. I did it. It's not perfect and a little unstable but it worked. And I'm not even tired. Maybe a little but I'm still fine. I'm hoping the PP cats won't mind that. I look before me, only to see a hole on the ground that could be compared to the Grand Canyon. The bottom was not visible, it was just never-ending pitch black hole. Meh, it's not that visible. Right? Time skip to the night Class A and Class B were starting with the test of courage. The pillars were still in the forest training and 𝐻𝐮𝐬𝐴 knew he wouldn't be able to get them so he made the classes start without them. And that's when SHTS went down. Ikki POV sniff why are the students in the forest at this hour? Wait this smell. Fire. I then heard someone coming from behind me, to my right and to my left. Since I used a lot of energy for the past 14 hours, I can't fully trust my senses so I grabbed my blade and took a fighting stance. Then the 3 figures appeared and it was my friends. Oi, what's with the burning smell? Stella, I swear it's not me. Shinobu, we know that's why we asked. Ikki, we're getting attacked and the classes are in the forest. We have to help them. Ikki, Stella. Stella, yes. I pointed in a direction. Go there, Tiger, Mandalay and Pixie Bob are in a bad position. But I can't smell nor hear Ragdoll. Stella, understand. She left. Shinobu, what about us? Ikki, I'm sorry but the students are not our priorities. But, Ikki, demons are here. They widen their eyes. Shinobu, how many? She asked in a serious tone. Ikki, I can smell 5, but somehow one of the scents is everywhere. Ju, we're only 3, what do we do? Ikki, 2 of them are close to each other, I'll take them. Shinobu, you go towards the south. Ju, there is one at the north and one at the west. I know you'll manage. They both nodded their head. Ikki, now before we go, I hope you remember the discussion we had before the final exam. They once again nodded their heads. Ikki, then I have nothing to add. Dispersion. They vanished. Stella POV I'm flying as fast as I can towards the heroes. Since I'm fast, the travel is not long. Once I arrived, I saw a knockout pixie bob, tiger fighting a big man, and 𝐻𝐿𝐴 fighting a lizard with a big sword. I think he's using it to compensate for the size of his p. God damn it, 𝐶𝐿𝐴, get a hold of yourself. I was still flying when the lizard was about to hit 𝐻𝐿𝐴, so I dived toward them at high speed, rotated my body, and kicked his sword. Gatling flame kicks. A powerful front kick surrounding by flames, creating a destructive power. I passed through his sword, destroying it, and landed on the ground. Lizard, wadash, before he could speak a word, I ignited my arm and shouted a fire blast at him, sending him to hit the trees. I summoned 𝐿𝐴. I looked at where Tiger is and he was a little far away. Tiger, step back. I yelled, and he immediately did as I said, leaving the big man wide open. Flame breathing, 5th form, Flame Tiger. The Flame Tiger manages to hit the target. I touched him, he's still conscious but still standing, my arms are smoking. If I'm overheating, I'm not in the condition to fight. But it doesn't matter. I dashed towards, and once I was close. I'll put everything left into this one. First form, Unknowing Fire. The user charges towards their target at high speeds and unleashes a singular slash that aims to decapitate them. I managed to cut deep into his chest. He fell unconscious and I feel like I'm close too. I used too much energy in my training. I felt myself falling before a huge paw held me. Tiger, you did great, you can rest now. And so I let my eyes close, but I could get a glance of Yagi coming injured. Shinobu POV, I'm running as fast as I can. I don't know what the demon looks like, but I'm sure I'll know once I see it. I continue running until I heard someone screaming. I got closer and saw Kaminari doing weird movements. Shinobu, Kaminari, the F are you doing? He turned around, but rather weirdly, like his legs weren't part of his body. Kaminari, Kocho, help me, I can't control my body. He can't control his body. I looked around and saw webs were attached to his body. Then he tried to attack me. Kocho, move, I can't stop myself. I ran to him and at the last moment jumped above him, cutting the webs. I continued my run. Kaminari, get back to the camp. I ignored his scream of fear and continued to run. 2 minutes later I arrived at a place with no trees, a weird smell. A little wooden house was tied in the air by webs, and to the webs were attached bodies. I widened my eyes in surprise, anger, and sadness. Oh, look what I got, one of the demon slayers. I'm so happy. Coming from the house, he was there. The demon. It was my first time saying a demon. Don't freak out. You're the insect Hashira Kocho Shinobu. I'm not gonna get scarred over a little demon. Shinobu, are you the one who killed them? I asked him with my hair covering my eyes. Spider brother, of course. And you're the next one. He killed them. He killed them. He killed. He can't be saved. I couldn't save them. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you guys. But don't worry. I looked at him with pure hatred. I swear on my life I'll kill you. 𝐶𝐿𝐴, and how are you gonna do that while being poisoned? Poison. I see. So that was the weird smell. So he's using poison. What a fool. Shinobu, we'll see about that. I unleashed my sword. Since I was training my new form, I filled it with my new poison. Thanks to 𝐿𝐼, I managed to create a poison anti-demon. I wanted to let the poison get used to my blade, but seeing a demon here. I must thank you, you're gonna be my guinea pig. 𝐶𝐿𝐴, do you think you're gonna cut my head with such a thin blade? Third POV, Shinobu said nothing and vanished from her place. 𝐶𝐿𝐴, where did she go? He looked everywhere, then up. And he saw her, the deadly yet appealing butterfly diving from the sky. Insect breathing, first form, butterfly dance. Caprice, she landed behind the demon who fall to the ground. The demon got up, while Shinobu was still facing away. The spider checked his body before laughing. Ha ha ha, you really thought it was gonna kill Lu. I'm just gonna rage blurp. The demon vomited BLD and fell once again. Ho ho blurb how. Shinobu looked back from the corner of her eye while smirking. That was the last sight the demon ever saw until his complete disintegration. Shinobu, that worked perfectly. Hiya, the webs disappeared, so the house fall too. The bodies attached to it were also disintegrated. Shinobu bowed to them and left. With 𝐻𝐿𝐼 one day I'll break your kneecaps. I swear he's doing it on purpose. I found one of the demons. Nice 𝐼𝐼. Your senses are top-notch. But why am I the one who's fighting the big guy? He's so creepy. Look at those eyes and those teeth. Bro, don't you know toothpaste? He tried to punch me. Since he's a lot taller, he's not really fast, so I have enough time to dodge, but I can't let this fight last any longer. I don't have enough stamina to keep going, but I can still land one powerful blow. The problem is that there is another demon somewhere around here, but I can't sense him at all. Bim, stay away from my family. He hit once again. I was lost in my thoughts, so I barely dodge, but I think my shoulder is twisted. Crack, I put it back in its place. Much better. You know what, F it. I'll destroy him, and if another demon popped out, I'ma run towards 𝐼𝐼. The demon is behind me. Water breathing, fourth form, striking tide, a simple clean strike. Soundless and calm. I landed behind him. As soon as my feet touched the ground, the demon was cut into pieces and disintegrated. Breathe, breathe, I fell to my knees. The tiredness got the better of me. Come on, get up. The demon is still not here and I can't fight anymore. I finally managed to get up and walk towards the camp. I can hear the sound of the others fight, but it was not my problem. My job was done. 𝐼𝐼 POV, the F are you doing? I screamed / asked Mina and Kirishima who were attacking me. Mina, I don't know. My body's moving on its own. I dodged another of her punch while dodging a kick from Kirishima. Kirishima, same bro, I swear. I know that they're being controlled by the webs, but I can't smell the demon who's doing it. The smell is everywhere. My nose is too tired to keep up. I pushed both of them away from me, 10 meters away, and closed my eyes. I focused on every sound coming from the forest until I found what I was looking for. Found you. I rushed to where the demon is, ignoring Kirishima and Mina. Finally I found her. So it's a girl. No, a woman with long white hair and white skin, with pale greenish eyes, wearing a long white kimono. Webs attached to the tips of her fingers. And a rather large bust. I jumped into the air and prepared my attack. Second form, clear blue dash. I stopped this smell. She sound like she wants to die. Demon POV, no 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 no. I'm gonna die. I can't do anything. But if he can kill me, I'll be free. I raised my hands in the air, inviting him to cut my head, but to my surprise, he cancelled his attack and landed beside me. Why didn't you fight back? Why were you accepting death? He asked me. He was looking at me with sad eyes. Why is he looking at me like that? I'm a horrible demon. B, because I wanted to die. I said with tears in my eyes. Can I ask you a question? Huh? I looked at him. He leashed his blade. Did you already eat someone? I hesitated to answer. Why does he want to know that? But somehow, I feel like I should answer him honestly. No. The urge was there, but I resisted. He smiled at me. Can you tell me what you remember? Or how old you are? I feel like the first time I opened my eyes was 1 week ago. He widened his eyes, but quickly regained his composure. If you could become human again, would you take the chance? Of course. I yelled. But it's impossible. I see. Then I think I can turn you back. How? A long time ago, my ancestor became a demon but was cured thanks to an antidote. The recipe got lost, but it's still running in my veins. I think that if you were to drink my BLD, you'll be cured too. I teared up again. I can become a human. Yes, please help me. He smiled and patted my head. I blushed a little but let him. Then I saw my daughter, who was a copy of me but smaller, trying a sneak attack on him. I quickly warned her to stop. She stopped, and the demon slayer asked the same question and offered the same. She cried and accepted. She then hugged him and he hugged back. He opened his shirt, exposed his collarbone, and asked us to drink his BLD. We hesitated but did it. His BLD was quite tasty. As we finished, he put his shirt back. 𝐼𝐼 POV, I don't know how much time or BLD it will take, so you'll accompany me. Though we won't return with the school for obvious reasons. They nodded. So are your names? We don't have one. Oh, do you want me to give you one? You will? Asked the little girl. Of course, they accepted. So I named the adult Ki and the little girl Fuka. As soon as I named them, I unleashed my blade and cut a web that was coming from behind me. So you're one of those demon slayers. I won't let you take away my family. A child with a kanji in his left eye. He looked like a male version of the little girl. Siblings surely. A lower moon. This smell. There's no sadness, he just wants to kill me. I looked toward Ki and Fuka. Is he important to you? They shook their heads, signaling that I can kill him. Perfect, I'm gonna make this quick. I'm gonna dash. Sun breathing. 1T form. Flash dance. I cut his head in less than 1 second. I'm sorry, but I don't need to talk to the likes like you. He disintegrated. I looked back at Ki and Fuka and they looked relieved. Surely because I managed to eliminate their tormentor. I was walking to them when I heard footsteps. I looked to my left and saw Kirishima with Mina and Momo in front of Ki and Fuka. Momo, 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, another villain. She made a stun gun and shot a sleeping dart at Ki. Quickly went in front of her and cut the dart in two. She seemed stunned by my actions. Momo, 𝐬𝐶𝐮𝐿, what are you doing? Mina, why are you defending villains? I said nothing and pointed my blade at them. Iki, try to hurt them and I'll hurt you. They widened their eyes at my statement. Kirishima, 𝐬𝐿 are betraying us. Iki, no I'm not, but you can't understand. I'm just going to ask you to leave and transmit a message to Shinobu and Ju. They seemed conflicted. Well, basically I'm asking to leave whereas the villains are still here. Iki, if you want to fight I don't mind, but I can't guarantee that you'll still have limbs. I said in a sterner tone. They took a step back. They know they can't do SHT to me. Mina finally said. What is your message? Nezuko. They seemed confused. That's all. Now get lost. They finally left and I leashed my blade. Ki, you didn't have to do that. Iki, I wanted to. Now let's go. Fuka, but what about the sun? Iki, don't worry, even though I don't know how you'll turn human. I'm sure you're now immune to the sun. But the first time is gonna hurt like a beach. With that, we made our way toward the east part of the forest. There is a way to leave the forest without being seen, and it's exactly what I need right now. Time skip next day afternoon, third POV after the events of the training camp. The injured students were transported to the hospital, while only Izumi and Momo were injured. Stella was sleeping since she used a lot of energy with her quirk. All of them were in different rooms. Ju and Shinobu are currently beside Stella. They got the message that Iki wanted them to hear. They were surprised by it but let it be, knowing that Iki won't back down. Stella, where the F am I? Shinobu, glad to see you awake. She looked at her friends. Stella, guys, where am I? In the hospital, you passed out from exhaustion. Stella, I see. She looked around and noticed that her boyfriend isn't there. Stella, where is Iki? Is he okay? Shinobu, well. Stella, Shinobu, where is he? She asked in a sterner tone. Shinobu, he had to do something so he left the camp before any of us. And yes, he's okay. Yes. Meanwhile with Iki. They're currently inside Iki and Stella's house, waiting for the antidote to finish taking effect completely. They reached the house this fast because Iki is fast as F. The demons have now human skin but still demon's eyes and the red dot. And they're currently enjoying themselves. Ki, I wiped the floor with the demons so clean. Iki, I told you the demons don't know about my team. Fuka, I love it when I get the humans to scream. Iki, wait, what? Fuka, keep the rap circle going. Iki, but the demons will still be supreme. Fuka, good. Now let us drink your BL. Iki, but dash, Ki, didn't you say you could turn us into humans? Iki, yes I did. Fuka, then. They approached him with hunger in their eyes. Iki gulped back in the hospital. Ju. Yeah, he's fine, Stella, but is it more important than me? Shinobu, well. Stella glared at her. Shinobu, absolutely not. You should punish him once he comes back. Stella smiled but it didn't reach her eyes. Stella, you're right. She got up from the bed. Ju, are you sure you can get up? Stella, yeah, I'm fine. She left the room, followed by her friends. They then saw a classmate entering a room. They followed and noticed that it was Izumi's room. They entered the room and were greeted by the class talking. Then Kirishima made a proposition, go and try to save Katsuki. Ida, do you even know what you're saying? We can't go. We have no right to. Katsumi grabbed him by the collar. Katsumi, listen here dipshit. I'm gonna go save my brother and you won't be able to stop me. Izumi, exactly. Ida, Yagi, are you serious? Don't you remember Stain? If it wasn't for Tsuji-kun, we would be 6 feet under right now. Izumi, I know. But they continued to argue. Shinobu, you talk, private. She muttered, loud enough for only Ju to hear. They left the room, unknown to them, followed by someone. So, Shinobu, I think we should go with them. Ju, that's surprising coming from you. But, Shinobu, there were demons at the camp, working with villains. If we find the villains, Ju, we could find the demons. Shinobu, exactly. Ju, still we could get in big trouble. Shinobu, we're not going to save Bakugo. If SHTS go down, we get the F out. Ju, that's more like you. Shinobu, so. Ju, I'm down. Shinobu, great. What do you mean demons? They looked toward the voice and saw Stella. Stella, explain. Shinobu sigh, okay, one explanation later. Stella, I see. She smacked the head of Ju and Shinobu. Ouch, Stella, when were you gonna tell me this? Shinobu, soon we swear. Stella, but why didn't you tell me sooner? Ju, because you can't kill them. Shinobu, actually. They looked at her. Shinobu, well, since your quirk is basically the breath of the flame. Ikki and I think that you can kill them. It's just a theory though. Ju, why wasn't I informed? Shinobu, you were sleeping. Stella, so Ikki is somewhere with 2 demons. Shinobu, yes. Stella sigh, anyway, I'm coming with you. You sure? Stella, yeah, if Ikki thinks I can slay demons, then I'll trust him. Shinobu, great. Let's go back. They came back to the room and learned that they will go tomorrow night. Time skip next day night time. The ones in front of the hospital are Izumi, Katsumi, Shoto, Shoko, Ida, and Kirishima. All in casual clothes. At the top of the hospital, looking at them are Ju, Shinobu, and Stella, all wearing their hero costume. The reason why they have their hero costume and not the school is because of plot convenience. Ju, why are we wearing our costumes? Shinobu, it's because it's an official mission of the Demon Slayer Corps. By the way, I love your new look, Stella. Stella was now wearing the same uniform as Shinobu, along with a white haori with flames at the bottom. Stella, thank you. The Bakugo rescue squad left. Ju, let's go, we have to follow them. The 3 of them vanished. Ki, where are you going? She asked Ikki, who was about to leave. Ikki, the heroes are gonna rescue Bakugo. If I can smell their traces, I will find the villain lair and maybe some info on who made you. Fuka, be careful. I will. He vanished. Ju, did we really lose them? Shinobu, I'm so ashamed. Stella, well, there were a lot of people and we don't have super sense like Ikki. Ju, what do we do? Shinobu, we should go on separate ways. Stella, I agree. Ju, okay, let's do that. They went on separate ways. Stella POV, I was jumping on the roof, trying to find them. That was until I heard an explosion. I wanted to head towards it, but a voice coming from behind me stopped me. I can finally meet one of those demon slayers. I turned back and widened my eyes at what I saw. A man with no shirts, muscles, and prisoner's tattoos, reddish hair and gray skin, and yellow eyes with something in them. This aura, those eyes. It's an upper moon 𝐻𝐿𝐼. I'm 𝐻𝐿𝐼, pleasure to meet, flame pillar. I was on edge. As soon as I heard the voice, I summoned her sword. I was ready to strike at any moment. Stella, how do you know I'm the flame pillar? 𝐻𝐿𝐼, your battle spirit is flamboyant. It feels nostalgic too. Like I saw it in the past. Stella, what do you mean by in the past? We never meet each other. 𝐻𝐿𝐼, indeed we never. Honestly, I don't know what he's up to. AI can't feel if he wants to fight or not. But if he wants to, we would attract attention and I might get in trouble. 𝐻𝐻𝐿, I can see you're quite tense. Do not worry, I won't kill you. Not yet. 𝐴𝐵, not yet. 𝐻𝐻𝐿, haha, if I were to fight you here, it would be boring, people might interfere. I don't want that. Boom, we looked towards the sound, it came from the same place as before. 𝐻𝐻𝐿, it seems that it's over. Goodbye. With that he vanished. I immediately sighed in relief. So that was Upper Moon 3. 𝐻𝐻𝐿. At the same time. Shinobu POV, I'm running down the street, followed by 𝐬𝐿. Why are you following me? I feel like you're gonna get in trouble. Before I could speak another word, a wave of ice came from behind. 𝐬𝐿 was the one who took care of it. Breath of the water, first form, water surface /. The user generates enough momentum to create a powerful single concentrated /. He destroyed the ice. Behind was a man with 2 fan, a red shirt, a hat, blonde hair, multicolor eyes, and kanji in his eyes. Shinobu, Upper Moon. 2. I unsheathed my blade. My, such a wonderful breath you got there. May I ask your name? 𝐬𝐿, why would I say that to you? Even in a situation like this, you manage to keep your calm and talk in a monotone voice. It's amazing. Doma, my. Maybe I should introduce myself first. I'm Doma. Upper Moon 2. 𝐬𝐿. Doma, pifafaha, you're a funny one. And you appealing lady. I glared at him. Doma, ah, so cold, I love it. 𝐬𝐿, it's official, I don't like you. Doma, do not worry, if you're the one who got the heart of such an appealing woman, I don't like you either. Shinobu, what do you want? How are you alive? I asked, eager to know. All the demons should have died along with 𝐒𝐮𝐦𝐦𝐚, yet here they are. Doma, that's a very good question, but I don't want to answer. 𝐬𝐿 got into position. Doma, oh, so you want to fight here, with all those innocent people passing by? 𝐬𝐿 glared at him. It's true, we cannot engage in the fight here, it's too dangerous. 𝐬𝐿, what do you want? Doma, I want to take all the appealing things and make them immortal. And you? He yelled, pointing at me. You're one of those things. But sadly, now is not the right time. But once I'll be ready, I'll make you mine. He then vanished. 𝐬𝐿, once he'll be ready. Shinobu, I don't understand either, we'll have to report that to the others. We should go, we got enough information. 𝐬𝐿, you're right. 𝐻𝐻𝐿 and Doma made their appearance, you know who's coming next. Ikki POV, I arrived in the city where the scent of all might is strong. He's not alone, I can smell a lot of them, but Bakugo is not near them. Great, I still have time, but they're near, I must, boom fuck. I'm late. I arrived in a deserted area. I was at the top of the building when a man wearing a costume and mask appeared. They were also the pro-hero best jeanist and 𝐴𝐻𝐿. They were also Izumi, Shoko, Shoto, Katsumi, Kirishima, Momo, and Ida hiding behind a wall. Their smell was the one of someone terrified. I guess it's because of the black mask. The masked man destroyed best jeanist. Then the LOV appeared from a black jello, along with Bakugo. Then All Might arrived and clashed fists with the masked man, which I heard the name coming from All Might. So that's him. He doesn't that much. Bakugo was fighting the LOV, All Might was fighting AFO. I guess I could help, but I sat up on the edge of the building and entered the transparent world. I want to see each detail of this fight. As they were fighting, someone appeared beside me. I was seating and he was standing. I didn't hear nor smell him at all. But this smell. I see. So that's him. What a pitiful fight, they're really weak. He said, his voice was monotone, really calm. But not as calm as mine. Ikki, indeed. Why don't you seat up with me? We could chat a little bit. He didn't say anything but still sat up beside me. Ikki, I never thought I would be able to meet you. 𝐻𝐻𝐿. 𝐻𝐻𝐿, Upper Moon, he looked exactly like me, and 𝐬𝐿, except that the demon had 6 eyes. 𝐻𝐻𝐿, you really look like 𝐬𝐿. Ikki, yeah, I get a lot. If you know how he looked, can I assume that you're really the brother of 𝐬𝐿? 𝐻𝐻𝐿, indeed. All Might punched the little old man in yellow. Then, how are you alive? 𝐻𝐻𝐿, it's because of what you called quirks. Ikki, explain. 𝐻𝐻𝐿, before 𝐴𝐻𝐿 death, he took a sample of my BLD, along with the BLD of Upper Moon too, and after his death, all the demons disappeared, but since our BLD wasn't in us, it didn't disappear and stayed hidden during decencies. Until a man found it, that man. He said, pointing at AFO, laughing like a madman. 𝐀𝐮𝐴, it seemed that he got a quirk that could revive someone from a BLD sample old of decencies. He reincarnated us, but only I got my memories back. The other two no. AFO wanted to make us work for him, but we refused. He tried to use force, but we were so much stronger than him. But to thank him to reincarnated us, I told him to kill the biggest threat to him and us, the demon slayer. I listened carefully to each of his words. So the one who killed my mother is the one under me. I'm not angry because of the selfless state, but I wanted to kill him. 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, how do you explain the other demon? 𝐀𝐮𝐴, my BLD got mixed with 𝗧𝗜𝗟 BLDs. I acquired a bit of his power, so I managed to create demons but not turn humans into it. I created them from my memories. I'm limited though. Since it's not my power, I can't use it anymore. I looked at him and saw that he has multiple hearts and brains, just like 𝗀𝗟. I looked back at the fight, where All Might threw everything he had. 𝐾𝐮𝐴, why are you telling me this? You know I have to kill you. 𝐀𝐮𝐴, indeed. The reason is the same as before my death. I want to prove that I'm stronger than Yorichi, but he's no longer here, but you're here. You're the same as him. You both are the same person. If I can kill you, that would mean I'm stronger than Yorichi. This way my life would be complete. If you don't have all the information, it would be unfair and my victory would be useless. 𝗧𝗟𝗍. All Might finished AFO, he was doing his victory pose. It's over. 𝐀𝐮𝐴, indeed. He got up. 𝐾𝐮𝐴, where are you going? 𝐀𝐮𝐴, this man is troublesome and annoying. I'm going to take care of that. He vanished and reappeared in front of the laying AFO. Reporter, everyone. Someone appeared out of nowhere and is walking toward the villain. Is he an ally of him? However, 𝐀𝐮𝐴 unsheathes his blade and cut AFO's head in one slash, then disappeared. I see. I guess that works for me. That way, this BSRD is dead and I don't have to show myself. 𝐀𝐮𝐴, if you want to kill me, then come at me at full power. You'll need it. 𝗧𝗟𝗘 POV. After my encounter with 𝐾𝐮𝐴, I learned that 𝗂𝐿 met Upper Moon 2 Doma. Since it was nighttime, we decided to have a meet-up at Mai and 𝐾𝐮𝐴's house tomorrow. Time skip. Next day I'm at UA. Apparently, they wanted to make the students live in dorms and that they would visit the students' houses and ask for the parents' approval. Well, my parents are in France and 𝐾𝐮𝐴. Well, you know, I'm on my way to 𝐻𝐻𝑍's office to pick up my angel. I knocked at the door, entered. And she immediately rushed at me and hugged my leg. 𝐾𝐮𝐴, Mom. 𝗧𝗟𝗓, hey 𝐾𝐮𝐴, I'm so glad to see you again. I picked her up and hugged her. She snuggled into my neck. 𝗧𝗟𝗓, thank you 𝐻𝐻𝑍 sir. 𝐻𝐻𝑍, no problem, it was a pleasure. 𝗧𝗟𝗓, so how was it 𝐾𝐮𝐴? 𝐾𝐮𝐴, I'll dominate the world. 𝗧𝗟𝗓. She smiled at me. I looked at 𝐻𝐻𝑍 with a look that said, the F did you do? He looked away. That DMN rat. 𝗧𝗟𝗓, yeah no, we'll talk about that later Snowball. 𝗧𝗟𝗓, let's go home. I want to see Dad. 𝐻𝐻𝑍, talking about that, I was told that he disappeared during the camp. I didn't do anything since you told me he was fine. Where is he? 𝗧𝗟𝗓, honestly, I don't know, but I know he's fine. 𝐻𝐻𝑍, I see. With that, we left the office and went to our house, with Shinobu and Ju. Once we arrived, we widened our eyes at what we saw. 𝐾𝐮𝐴 was in the kitchen, crying while hugging a woman with white skin who was hugging back and patting his head. While another white-skinned woman, younger than the first one, was watching with a smile. 𝐾𝐮𝐴, who was beside me, ran at 𝐾𝐮𝐴. 𝐾𝐮𝐴, Dad, are you okay? He let go of the white skin, picked up 𝐾𝐮𝐴 and replied with a smile. 𝐾𝐮𝐴, yeah, I'm fine, really happy in fact. 𝗧𝗟𝗓, 𝐾𝐮𝐴. What's happening? I asked with a bit of worry. Normal, I just saw my fiancé crying and hugging someone other than me. 𝐾𝐮𝐴, let's talk in the living room, I'll explain everything. We made our way to the living room. We had two couches that were facing each other. I, Ju, Shinobu sat on one, whereas 𝐾𝐮𝐴, the two white-skinned girls, sat in front of us. 𝐾𝐮𝐴 was on 𝐾𝐮's lap. Flashback Icky POV. I woke up in my bed. It's kinda lonely without Stella, but she had to stay at the hospital, so can't do anything about it. Yesterday was eventful. I'll have to talk to Shinobu and Ju. I smelled a scent coming from downstairs. I got up and went into the kitchen and saw Ki cooking with the help of Fuka. She noticed my presence and greeted me. Ki, hello Icky. Fuka, good afternoon. Icky, yeah wait afternoon. Fuka, yeah it's 1 p.m. Icky Dim and I woke up late. Ki, hi it's okay, let's eat, it's ready. We sat down at the table and started eating, talking about different topics. It feels kinda weird. It's not the first time that I'm eating with someone older or younger than me. I ate with Stella countless times. Don't get me wrong, I love Stella, but somehow, my chest feels tight, I feel warm. It's a different feeling than when I'm with Stella or Shinobu. Ki noticed that I was spacing out. Ki, Icky, are you okay? She asked me in a worried tone. I replied with a smile, Icky, yeah I'm fine, no need to worry a dash. I stopped dead in my tracks, and the other two. What was I about to say? I got up from my seat. Icky, I'm sore dash. I couldn't finish my sentence because I was pulled into a hug by Ki, who started petting my head. Ki, sure it's okay, if you want to, I'll gladly take that role. Ki, you never had a real mother figure in your life or you lost it, do you? I could tell from your eyes. She was right, I never knew my biological mother. Inko treated me as her child before I was 4 years old, so I don't have any memories. Even though Mana Stella's mother treated me as her child, it was because of Stella. She wasn't a mother, more like a mother-in-law. Icky, why would you do that? Ki, after you saved us, my mother instinct kicked in. It was like I had to protect you from any harm. Though it may be late for that. That's why I cooked today. I wanted to treat you as my child. She said, still caressing my hair. Tears slowly built up. Icky, you would really do that? Of course. So what do you say? Icky, yes. I finally let my tears fall. Mother, I finally have my own mother. Flashback and Icky POV Shinobu, I see, that's wonderful, isn't it Stella? Stella smiled. Stella, yeah it sure is. Thank you for doing that. Ki, there is no need to thank me, I'm doing that because I want to. Also, call me Mom. Stella, okay Mom. Ki, you too Shinobu. Shinobu, huh. Ki, you have the same look as Icky, you always wanted a mother right, I want to take that role. Shinobu. Shinobu. Really? She asked with puppy eyes. Most likely wanting to make sure she heard it right. Shinobu got up, run at Mom, and hugged her. Shinobu, yeah, 1,000 times yeah. We all smiled at her. Mom did the same as me, she caressed her hair. Ju, and what about her? He asked, pointing at Fuka. Fuka? I. She looked at me and blushed a little. Fuka, I want you to be my big brother. Fuka, you protected me and helped me like a big brother, that's why I would like you to be my big brother. I smiled. I got up and leaned my hand toward her while holding Yuki with the other. She took it and I pulled her into a hug. Icky, I would love to be your big brother. She said nothing but smiled and snuggled into my chest. Shinobu, yeah I have a little sister. Siblings hug. She joined the hug. Ki, don't forget your mom. She joined too. Stella, don't forget your future wife. Chu, don't forget your bro, they joined too. Now it was a big family hug. Okay, it is composed of 2 former demons, 3 demon slayer, and 1 semi-demon slayer, but it doesn't matter. It's our family. We passed all day talking to each other, learning about each other. During the night, when everyone was sleeping but the pillars, they met up in Icky and Stella's bedroom in order to share information. Time skip dorms 3rd POV. The class is in front of the dorms. Yuki is here, holding Icky's hand. Denki, so big. Icky, that's what she said. Stella hit him in the back of his head. Icky, I deserved it. Aizawa, I'll explain the dorms. But for now we will focus on the provisional license exam. Shinobu, I forgot about that. Same. Stella, well a lot happened. Aizawa, this is important. Listen up. Yagi, Kirishima, Katsumi, Shoto, Shoko Ida, and Yaoyorozu. These 7 went to save Katsuki that night. 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫. Holy I knew you weren't light, but that's something else. Aizawa, judging from your reactions, I can tell that you knew. If it weren't for All Might's retirement, I would have expelled everyone besides Katsuki, Jiro, Hagakure, and 𝐬𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫. Shinobu beach the F. Since when do I have to take care of those Fing idiots? It's their problem, not mine. I'm not gonna say that out loud though. Stella, Demon, we were sneaky enough to not get caught but still have to pay the price because of them. Ju. It's a great cloud. Aizawa, I hope you would be able to regain our trust. That's all. He started walking towards the dorms. Aizawa, 𝐬𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, since 𝐻𝐿𝐿 loves your daughter, he gave you a bigger room which you can share with Vermilion and Yuki. Same with Tomioka and Shinobu. Iki, let's go. Stella, nice. Time skip room tour. Iki and Stella's room. Mina, holy dash, to a big traditional Japanese-looking room. It wasn't anything out of the ordinary, but what was shocking was the size, simple as that. It was literally a small flat. Restroom, kitchen. Yuki also had her own room, covered with white and blue colors, matching her hair and eyes. In the end, Iki and Stella won. Now it's nighttime and the couple is laying on their bed cuddling with each other. Stella, Iki, do you think your mom is gonna okay? Iki, yeah, she won't be alone. Since Fuka is with her, I'll send them money every month so that they can do what they want. If she wants to work or if Fuka wants to go to school. Stella, I see. You know it's been a while since we had some fun. And our room is soundproof so no one can hear us. Iki, oh, since when are you this straightforward? Stella, Stella, since now. She started to kiss him. It was a light kiss that soon turned into an intense makeout session. Stella covered them with the blanket. Time skip. Next day, waking up, Stella was covered in warmth. She could feel two strong arms wrapped around her as she was on top of her man. She was able to feel his warmth because she was naked. They had some fun last night. Even though it wasn't the first time, Stella still blushed a little. She liked the feeling. She looked at the clock and saw it was 6 a.m. and the school doesn't start until 8 a.m. She rested her head on his chest. I can get up later. The couple is running to the class. Iki, I can't believe we managed to get late. Stella, I shouldn't have fall back to sleep. Yuki, daddy, faster. Do not take that out of context. Yuki was on her platform, on top of Iki's head. For her, it was the most comfortable place. They finally arrived. Iki opened the door roughly, making his and Stella's presence known. Aizawa was already here and saw the two teens breathing. His eyes glowed red. Aizawa, why are you late? Stella, we didn't wake up, sir. Aizawa, why? Iki, we were tired. Yes. Aizawa, and why were you tired? The two teens didn't answer. Stella was blushing and Iki was smiling as if nothing happened. Shinobu, oh my Stella, is that a hickey? She quickly covered her neck. Shinobu, you got your answer, sensei. Iki, really, Stella? Steam was coming out of her head because of the embarrassment. She said nothing and went towards nothing. Iki laughed and did the same. Aizawa, anyway, as I was saying, the provisional exam for your license is near, so we'll be focusing on them. That's why today and until the exam, you'll work on ultimate moves. The class cheered as they would do something heroic yet normal. Izumi clenched her fist in determination. As the class wanted to ask questions, the door swung open as 𝐶𝐿𝐼𝐴𝐻, ectoplasm, and midnight. Ectoplasm, an ultimate move, is unique to the user. It's like a chef's specialty, meaning no one can copy it. 𝐶𝐿𝐼𝐴𝐻, it's a move that can change the outcome of a fight. That's why you must have at least two of them. Midnight, your moves will represent you. In this age, pro heroes without special moves are endangered species. Aizawa, we'll tell you later. For now, go change into your hero's costume and meet us at Gym Gamma. Leaving the classroom, the class headed towards the locker room. Iki handed Yuki to Stella. Arriving at Gym Gamma, Iki was surprised. Iki, Stella, I didn't know you changed your costume. It looks amazing. Stella, thank you, Iki. I wanted to match with the rest for our future agency. Shinobu, we should search for a name. Ju, I thought it was the Hashiras. Shinobu, no, that's our title. We need a name for the agency. Iki, what about the Slayer Corps? Stella, I like that one. Yuki, yeah, that's so cool. Shinobu, Yeah, very cool. 𝐻𝗬𝐴 indeed. 𝗏𝗏𝐿, then it's settled, we will be the 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗟s of the Slayer Corps. The group minded their business, but the class listened to them. Mina, look at them, talking about the future, I feel so left behind. Todoroki, Izumi, Katsumi, and Katsuki were the ones impacted the most. They always bragged about how they were going to be the next number one, but they never thought of the process. Their lack of maturity hit them right in the face. They had to grow up if they didn't want to be left in the dust even more. 𝐶𝐮𝐻𝐵 asked the class to come to the center of the gym. 𝐶𝐮𝐻𝐵, I prepared this facility in order for you to train. ectoplasm will also help with his clone. You will be able to use them as guinea pigs for your moves. Now let's get started. The students went on their way, all but Yuki went with Aizawa, who was petting her. As you know, he loves cats. However, the pillars were still in place. 𝗏𝗏𝐿, guys. She called her friends, they looked at her. 𝗏𝗏𝐿, technically, our breath is already a special move, 𝗧𝗟𝗘 already got a lot of moves, and 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 has the transparent world plus the red 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 blade. So how about we work on coordination? 𝗏𝗏𝗏, you mean create moves together? 𝗏𝗏𝗏, exactly. 𝗏𝗏𝗏, that could be great. 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, actually yes, what about you 𝗧𝗟𝗘? 𝗧𝗟𝗘, then no, I'll have to decline, there is a move I would like to try. Besides, since you're all breath users, you'll be able to work better without me. 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, are you sure? 𝗧𝗟𝗘, yeah, I'm sure. She kissed him on the lips and went on her own. 𝗏𝗏𝗏, well, let's get started. 𝗏𝗏𝗏, actually, I already have an idea for a combined attack with 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, so I wanted to try. 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, really? 𝗏𝗏𝗏, oh, I want to see it. 𝗏𝗏 signaled 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 to follow him, and 𝗏𝗏𝗏 went beside the teacher. 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 and 𝗬𝗏 were talking to each other. Aizawa, Kocho, what are you doing? 𝗏𝗏𝗏, they're making a combined move and I want to see it. Aizawa was slightly interested in that. So he let 𝗏𝗏𝗏 watch with her. Mina, who heard that, went as well. Soon the whole class was with them because they wanted to see what move they would come up with. Meanwhile, Toshinori along with Inko entered the gym. Aizawa saw them and asked what they were doing here. Toshinori, I'm a teacher as well. Aizawa, of course, I want to be here. Inko, yeah, besides, his injuries are not as worse as we thought it was. The Yagis noticed that the students were all together, doing nothing, so they asked. Toshinori, shouldn't you be working? Katsumi, we want to see the combined move of Tomioka and Tsuchikuni. They perked up at the name. They got interested. Toshinori, maybe I could give him some tips, that way we could have a discussion. Inko, no one can do an ultimate move the first time, let alone a combined one. Once he failed, I'm going to comfort him. They were watching 𝗬𝗏 and 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 talking until they stopped and get into position. They had their blades unsheathed, in front of one of the many rock pillars created by 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Ready. Hell yeah. They dashed at the same time toward the pillar and used their breathing technique. Water breathing, 10th form, constant flux. Sun breathing, 9th form, dragon sun halo head dance. Both of them created a dragon, one formed with water, the other with fire. Then they fused, creating a fire-water dragon. They yelled the name they came up with. The Sun God's Abyss Dragon. The newly formed dragon entered in contact with the pillar, and it completely annihilated, along with what was behind it and the wall of the gym, creating an explosion. Fortunately, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 made a cement wall, protecting the class and the teachers. Once it was safe, he destroyed the wall, only to see 𝗬𝗏 and 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 next to each other. Well, it was 𝐾𝐮 amazing. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 ran at them. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, guys, that was so cool. 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, I know wow. She hugged 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 tightly, then 𝗬𝗏 while kissing him. 𝗧𝗟𝗃 arrived and did the same, but she kissed 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫. 𝗧𝗟𝗃, who came up with that? 𝗬𝗏, it was my idea to combine our dragons, but 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 came up with the name. 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, exactly, and I can proudly say that the first of the Sun God's Abyss Dragon is a perfect success. As they were talking, the class was still in awe in front of their power, while some others were completely demolished by this. Izumi, I knew it, I knew he was stronger than me, but I never thought it was to this extent. Katsuki, I impossible. I can't do anything. How can I compete against that? Inko, I couldn't even believe in him. Toshinori, he doesn't need me. Soon, 𝐻𝗫𝗏 repaired the gym and the students went back to their moves, while Ikki, Shinobu, and Ju were training their teamwork. It took all day, but the training was over, and right now, the pillars are heading towards the development studio but not to upgrade their costume. Ju, so we're adding that. Ikki, I'm so excited. Shinobu, do you have the sample on you? Shinobu, who do you take me for? Of course I have it. Stella, and I'm kinda anxious about that. Ikki-chan, why is that? Stella, it's a big moment. Ju, indeed, this will show our bond to the world. Shinobu, that's why it's good. Hell yeah. They fist bumped. The two others sighed. Soon they arrived at the studio, but once they were about 5 meters from it, Ikki stopped them. Stella, what is it? Ikki, I smelled danger. And he was right, the second he said that the door exploded. Power loader, damn it 𝗏𝗧𝗏. I told you to not mux everything in hope that it works. 𝗏𝗏𝗏, but power loader sensei, failure is the mother of all inventions. Power loader sighed and signaled at the students to enter. PFL, you're here for costume improvements, right? Mei perked up at this. Oh, I can help you with that. She was to feel the body of Ikki until Stella glared at her with fire coming from her. Yuki, who was on her head, did the same. Mei backed up and went to Ju, only to be glared at, but this time by Shinobu. She gave up and went back to her babies. Ikki, not really improvements. We just want to add something on the back of our 𝗏𝗧𝗟. P.L. I see, so what is the symbol? Shinobu went to him and gave him the sample. It was the Demon Slayer core symbol that they found inside their books, where their history was counted. P.L. Okay, that would be done fast. Put your 𝗏𝗧𝗟s here and it would be ready in 2 hours. They let their 𝗏𝗧𝗟 and left. Time skip exam. The class just arrived at the location of their exam. Now the students are feeling stressed. Uraraka, I'm starting to stress, guys. Mina, me too, girl. They started to get more stressed until Aizawa stepped in. Aizawa, shake those nerves off. Stop focusing on what will happen if you fail, focus on passing and everything will be fine. Kirishima, he's right, guys. Come on everyone with me plus dash. Ultra. Turning to the news that finished their catchphrase, they saw the rival school Shiketsu. The largest one was the one who finished their chant. Another one, being a slim man, talked to him. Inasa, you can't do that. The guy named Inasa bowed his head so low that he hit the ground. I'm extremely sorry. The girl next to him seemed to be interested in the build. He sensed something wrong with this girl. This scent, where did I smell it before? He thought, staring at the girl, completely ignoring Inasa who was talking to him. However, the boy was unfazed. Eraser, is that you? Aizawa, oh no. A green hair girl appeared. Aizawa, hey joke. Joke, hey Eraser, marry me. Aizawa, okay, joke really. Aizawa, CK no. Joke, Pivava, hey guys, this is you. She yelled at her class. The black-haired boy introduces himself to Ikki, waiting for a handshake. However, Ikki is still staring at the girl. The boy was a little taken back by that. Ju and Shinobu were confused and Stella was getting irritated. Ikki finally found where he smelled the scent. Oh yeah, now I remember. Stella was about to talk to him but he ignored her and went towards the girl. Stella was shocked and the class too. The girl noticed him and smiled. Cammy? Hey there cutie, I'm Cammy you dash. She couldn't finish her sentence because of the foot that Ikki shoved into her stomach. Everyone presents widened their eyes at his actions. Cammy fall to her knees while holding her stomach. Ikki unsheathed his blade and placed it next to her throat. Stop it or I'll cut your head off, he said in a stern tone. Cammy, he pressed his blade, some BLD dropped. Aizawa was about to intervene until Cammy yelled. Cammy, okay, I get it. A weird substance came from her body. Once it died, it revealed the villain Toga Himiko. Everyone widened their eyes at what they saw. Ikki, see. It wasn't that hard. Aizawa-sensei, you should restrain her. That snapped Aizawa out of his trance and he used his scarf to hold her. Ikki sheathed his blade and back to his class. Did you see a ghost? Only 3 people were fine. Stella sigh, at least tell us when you do something like that. Ikki's sorry. Momo, how did you know? Oh, her scent. I knew her scent from somewhere but I couldn't remember where. Now shall we go? He said as he went inside, followed by his friends. Soon the rest of them entered too. Time skipped to the start of the exam. A is in the arena. Izumi, everyone, we should stick out in order to pass. Everyone agreed, even Katsuki. Well, almost everyone. Ikki and his crew started to walk away. Ida, Tsujikuni, Vermilion, Tomioka, Kocho, we should listen to Yagi. Ikki, you would only slow me down, it's useless to stay with you. Let's go, Ju. Ju didn't answer but followed him, going towards one direction. Stella and Shinobu stayed together and went on their own. The strategy of the Hashiras is simple, 2 duos, Ju/Ikki, and Stella/Shinobu. Izumi was saddened that her former brother thinks like that but still focused on the exam. On the stands. Joke, Aizawa, I'm surprised you didn't warn them about the crushing of UA. Aizawa, it's because it would have been useless. Joke, though I feel sorry for those 4 in Heieri, the good strategy is to stay back but they went on their own, they would surely fail. Aizawa, for them, it's the best strategy. Why is that? Aizawa, they didn't go alone, they're in duos. And if they cooperate, no one can stop them. In all of UA, only 3 students can have a decent fight against and it's the big 3. Joke was shocked by his statement. If they're as strong as he's saying, then her class is in serious trouble. With Ikki and Ju, they're running, searching for students until they found them, or it's better to say that they were found. It was the class of Ms. Joke. Shindo, let's go everyone, let's dash. The sun god's abyss dragon. Their new form destroyed absolutely everything. All the students of Ms. Joke were on the ground, unconscious or injured. Ikki and Ju went to some of them and hit them with their ball. Announcer, what? There are already 2 qualified. That's a new record. Tsujikuni, Izuku and Tomioka Ju passed. A was speechless and Izumi was devastated. They truly didn't need any of them. Then a huge pillar of fire exploded, creating an earthquake in the arena. Once it died, the announcer spoke. Vermilion, Stella and Kocho Shinobu from UA passed. Ikki and Ju smiled. Aizawa had a shitty grin on his face. Aizawa, told you. Earlier with Shinobu and Stella. Stella had her sword pinned to the ground as she was stocking energy. Shinobu was occupying the students that tried to attack them. She wasn't allowed to use poison, so she was just running at high speed around them while cutting them too. Stella, Shinobu, it's ready. She quickly get out of the way and Stella used the move she was working on during the Ultimate's move training. Volcanic eruption. Her move created a huge pillar of flames, destroying the near buildings. Once it calmed down, they went towards the knockout participants and hit them with the ball. Present time the 4 teens are walking in order to leave the arena. Well, Stella and Ju are walking. Meanwhile, Ikki and Shinobu are doing a victory dance while walking. Aizawa saw them and laughed at their antics. At the end of the day, all the students of 1A passed the exam. They were taking pictures. Same with the pillars, they all took a picture alone and together. Stella sent one to her parents, while Ikki, Shinobu, and Ju sent one to Ki.